another episode. All right. So I got Chuck with me today. Chuck, what's going on, man? How you feeling?
What's good, family? How you?
Man, I'm doing great, man. It's a pleasure to have you. Chuck is definitely a member of the Knicks Some Noise crew. And this is his
Definitely.
first show. He joined it today, man. You know, this is the second episode of Knicks Some Noise, but Chuck is joining us today. And then I got my man BK, Kevin Morgan.
Yo,
Kevin
yo,
Morgan, what's going on with you, bro?
chilling, man, chilling, enjoying the vibes of the city, buddy.
The vibes stay immaculate. I got Rash with me today. Rash, how you feeling?
Yo, you already know what time it is, man. Knicks some noise in the building, brother.
Make some noise is definitely in the building. And then last but not least, it's your man, WhY me. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to bring you the vibes, man, and we're going to get to everybody's commentary about Game 6, no doubt, the series as a whole with the Detroit Pistons, and we definitely going to look forward to the matchup versus the Boston Celtics, the defending champs. But first and foremost, the captain, Chuck. Chuck, who we repping, Chuck?
Come on, baby. It's
Let me
body,
see.
bro.
Let me
It's
see.
big.
Okay,
Can you
Chuck.
see it through the green screen? I'm trying.
Yeah, I
I'm
can
trying
see
to
it
move
through the
it.
ear. Like,
It's
okay,
big
that's a
body,
perfect. Listen,
big body Brunson all day,
we
The
repping Big
hefty
Body
lefty.
Brunson today.
all
Chuck,
day.
tell
It's
us how
only
you
right.
feel.
It's only right. It's only.
It's 20.6 seconds left.
Mm,
Fourth quarter. The Knicks have the ball. We come out of a timeout. There's communication going on the bench. Tibbs is drawing up a play. You know, you see Jalen Brunson and Mikal Bridges communicating and working together as they enter the game, into the session. How you feeling, man? You feeling
let's-
nervous about what's about to go down? Tell me about it.
Let me tell you this. First off, when you got hold on. First off, let me take off my New York buffs. I just wore these because I'm feeling real New York today.
I
You know what I
feel you,
mean?
bro.
You know the feel that we restoring the feeling.
You
First
feeling?
and foremost. But let me explain something to you. See, when you got the number one clutch player in the league,
Yes, sir.
sometimes it gives you the ability to be at ease in these particular moments
That's a
because you
fact.
already know what it is.
Yes,
And let
sir.
me tell you, I'm in another group chat, and when we got the ball back with however many seconds on the clock, my man said, and he's not a Knicks fan, he said, "Damn, Brunson about to end the game." It's
Yes,
one of
sir.
those things. It's like when
Yes, sir.
MJ when the Bulls had the
Yes,
ball
sir.
with 6
Yep.
seconds. It's like, damn, this game is going to the Bulls.
The
So
percentage of the
listen,
percentage of a clutch moment.
so look, so that's what Big Body does. He
That's
give
what
you
he
the
do.
Yep.
confidence, baby. He
Yes,
put the
sir.
battery in
Happy
your
That's what he
back.
lefty.
do. The
So
Yes,
when
percentage of
Big
a
sir.
Body
clutch
got the
moment is
ball,
high from the clutch player of the year.
listen, I felt sorry for
Exactly.
my young boy because the young boy played good defense the whole game. I'm
He
not gonna
played very
front.
well.
Thompson twin played him very well on this particular game, but he was cooking Schroeder. He was cooking Schroeder.
Hell yeah.
Schroeder was
So
tricky.
one coaching mistake was taking the young boy out with like 4 minutes left in the game. We took him out. Then he brought him back in with like a minute left. And everybody
Yep.
was like, "Oh, that's a good decision." Nah. What happened
He
was
was.
his legs got tight, he
Mm-hmm.
got a little cold, and then you threw him back in there when he would have had a rhythm.
All right,
Yep.
and that's a great point. And we're gonna get into the strategy of everything as well. You know what I'm saying? We definitely gonna break down the fact of, how that play went entirely, but just the game and the series altogether. But BK, let me ask you a question. For the entire series, the microscope was not on the play of Jalen Brunson in terms of in his favor. He wasn't regarded as the best player in the series starting. You see the pundits, you see everybody saying, "Oh, Cade Cunningham, the light," and for all due respect, Cade played a very great series. But I would like for you to explain how Jalen Brunson was the best player in the series the entire time.
Man, Jalen just was playing like Jalen played. You don't have to, for certain people, you don't have to explain how they play. Like
Right?
it's, he's one of them.
That's
So
what's up.
I always said that, man. And listen, he just proven the point of what he was.
No
He
doubt.
was more than just the dude that was behind Luka. You know what I'm saying?
More than just that. And I mean, like, look, we could stumble on a miracle, we could strike gold, man. Jalen Brunson is definitely one of those players that the organization struck gold with.
Yep.
All right. So listen, Rosh, we talked about this on the last game. We talked about this on the last show. But regarding the last game, how long can Jalen Brunson actually carry the New York Knicks in terms of scoring? The consistency was there. Rash, you were one of those people that said that he couldn't do it. He's done it again, Rash. Tell me about that. Tell me about it.
Wait, did I say that? I say he couldn't do it?
Rash, Rash, me and Ty said that Brunson would be able to, maintain the scoring effort. Obviously, in Game 5, he had 16. He didn't have the same 30 average that we were talking about.
No problem. You know
But
something?
40 in the elimination game, Ross. What's up? What's up, Ross? How you feeling about that?
Cool. Maybe I misremembered, and maybe I didn't show the proper faith.
Nah, that's love. It's all good. I'm just messing with you, man.
Hey,
I'm just messing with you, bro.
Listen, he won the comeback play, the clutch play of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Chuck, exactly what you said. Like,
Correct.
yo, it's not just a Knicks fan. You watching basketball. You see him playing during the crunch time ever since you've ever seen him play in the crunch time. It's not like the first time he was in the NBA, to what BK said, when he was in Dallas. Like, would he in the fourth, he touch the floor? Oh, he buckets. Yeah. He buckets. Yep. He's buckets. So when he had the ball, I was like, yo, I knew Asar Thompson was a great defender, was giving him difficult possessions every time up the court. Yo, I still believe that he was going to make something happen and either hit the shot or somebody was going to get a wide open shot because of what he's doing.
And Rash, the thing about it, Rash, it wasn't as much pressure as people think because the game was tied.
The game was tied.
Yes.
The game
so
was
we
tied.
missed me go to OT.
The game was tied. You gonna put the ball in Big Body's hand when the game is tied? Come on, man.
Not to mention, we cannot forget to mention this. We got a critical tap in from Mikal Bridges, a possession before that. We got 25 points from Mikal Bridges on an efficient night. 44 minutes, 11 to 16 shooting. He was 1 for 4 from 3, but he had 4 rebounds and 3 assists. He only had 1 foul in the game. 25 points, 11 to 16 from the field, and that bucket, that tap-in that he hit was critical.
Thank you, Malik.
Chuck, talk about Mikal Bridges' performance in the first round, if you can.
Thank you, Malik. That's all I'm going to say.
You're
don't
right.
wake
Appreciate
up, don't poke the bear. Don't poke the bear, bro.
Talk about
it's like Mikal's demeanor. He's chilling. Mikal gonna do what he do and just chill, yo. I'm gonna get you about 17 to 20. You know what I mean? About 6, 7 rebounds, about 2, 3 assists. I'm chilling. Leave me be.
Right.
Nah, yo, Mikal gonna get 45 word minutes. Oh, this is what we doing?
We also get 44 minutes.
Let me show you what I'm gonna do in 42 minutes since you running your mouth.
Rosh, we also get 44 minutes from OG Anunoby, 6 of 14 from the field, 4 of 10 from 3. So on 10 3-point attempts, OG was able to knock down 40% of those threes, and he gave us also 22 points and 5 rebounds. Talk about the performance, especially from the defensive end that OG Anunoby put on for us, Rosh.
Well, I because of the absence of Mitchell Robinson, he's our team's defensive player of the year. Right? If the Knicks was to nominate a player, like, don't get it twisted. Bridges can play defense. He can move with any player in any front three in the league. But OG has the ability to probably get to your 4 and your 5 and put some pressure on them. So, like, his defense, his awareness, the only way I can say is subtlety, because it's like everybody dribbled their head but don't think he ain't gonna do anything. And then all of a sudden you lost the ball.
OG Anunoby, I believe, is that type of player that can influence the game on both sides of the basketball. You know what I'm saying? He also has the output to, get his buckets, and then he also has the output to guard the best player or the best 2 players on the court. You know what I'm saying? Mikal Bridges also took turns on guarding Cade Cunningham.
Shout out the Wingstop. Shout out the Wingstop.
Mikal Bridges also took turns on guarding Cade Cunningham as well. And so So quickly, BK, because I know you got an eye on a lot of the young players, and you have a great eye for talent. Talk about the performance that Cade Cunningham put on, you know what I'm saying, in that first round for us.
Well, look, yo, Cade, man, he was out there dancing. He was out there dancing, doing his thing, looking for his teammates and getting
Right.
his buckets. Because him and Jaden Durham was a thing going on in that series. But Cade is one of them dudes too, but it ain't his time yet. That's all.
His time, okay.
He just young. He young.
Listen, man. Go ahead, Chuck.
No, I'm just saying he young and he need one or two more pieces around him. You know what I mean? But he
Yep.
young. But he's solid. He's solid. I
Yeah,
can't say nothing
solid.
for Cade. Cade's solid, bro.
Listen, he needs to
Cade
take
is
the step.
definitely solid, man. Go ahead,
And
Rock.
he plays on both ends.
Yep.
Yeah,
He's not afraid to get dunked. Cade done got dunked on 5-6 times this year.
yeah,
But guess
yeah,
what? He's in the picture because he's trying to defend.
Yep.
yes.
Listen,
Yeah.
man.
Mikal Bridges
Yeah.
caught him with a nice little flush, man.
Yee,
Did
and he
he?
yelled
Did you
at
think he
him.
was going to dunk it? Yo, I think I saw Cade tell whoever he was next. He was like, "Yo, I didn't think he was going to dunk it."
All right.
Like when they
That's what
went
he
to the
saw
timeout or
when they
whatever.
went to the timeout, right?
Yeah,
I saw
Yeah.
that too.
I think he
Yep.
was like, "Yo, I didn't think he was going to dunk it." Listen, man, game one, obviously what happened. We were able to influence the game in a short span of time. And game two,
That was crazy.
we tried to do the same thing.
Yeah.
So I feel
Game
like
one, we would have
we're
like
in that
20.
yeah. We're in that situation now where I don't think everybody's celebrating the win enough though.
Because they can't, because it's the playoffs. Because
Yeah.
you gotta look ahead, bro. It's
Right.
like
Right.
and we got a tall task ahead. So it's like cats can
Yep.
breathe for about 10 minutes.
Of course.
For one day.
Hey, look,
Niggas had the day off.
that's all you got because
Or
they in
yesterday. Niggas had
waiting. You know what I
yesterday off.
mean? They're in waiting. So we
Yep.
we already knew what our fate was once we
Right.
won. So it's
We
like,
know what we
okay,
had to do though.
Right. We
yeah,
had to win game 6.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like in terms of like even being the team that we want to be, we know what we have to do.
yeah.
There's only one way. There's only one way to get there, and that's either through is mainly through that team. It's mainly through Boston,
And
but
then
it could have
Cleveland as
been through
well.
Cleveland.
Yeah.
But because I think Cleveland, like I don't know what show I said it, but Cleveland's like the little brother that is becoming the big brother, and Boston, right now they've always been big brother in the Eastern Conference. So we have to go through them. We gotta chop them up in order to just have that respect. Now, like if we beat Boston, that's when everybody's going to take notice.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Beating Boston is going to be another, just as a whole. Like if we could even take them to 6, 7 difficult games, competitive games, that's all it is. We showed that we could take this team to the distance. The last game that we played against them in the regular season, we had a fully healthy squad, and everybody was on board. We just lost a couple possessions or lost at a couple things, but we showed that we could take that team down the stretch. We got more concentration right now, obviously, because it's when to go home.
Right. My thing with the Knicks is, and people fail to realize because the season went on, we didn't have Mitch most of the season and all that good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But we were constructed. This roster was constructed particularly to be able to match up with Boston.
Correct.
Yep.
This is why we went. Not OG. What's my big boy in the middle?
This is
Mitchell.
Mitch.
Mitch.
Yeah.
Mitch. This is why we kept
him.
Mitch. You know what I
Yep.
mean? We could have let Mitch go with Cat
Right.
the Cat trade, but no, we needed two bigs. You know what I
Yep.
mean? This team and this roster was constructed to beat Boston, and it just so happens that we finally got our roster at the playoffs at the right time. So
Did.
we at the right time. We got the roster that we want to compete against them. Now all we got to do is compete. And the thing about it is, it's house money because nobody besides Knicks fans, and only I would say 25% of Knicks fans,
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah.
less than that, think that
Yeah.
we really got a chance of winning more than 2 games this series.
Like as soon as we beat Detroit, everybody immediately shifted their focus to Boston. Like, oh,
Nah.
This should already be preparation for a team like that.
But you got to understand, the playoffs is a business trip. The whole entire playoff run, if you trying to win a chip,
Yeah.
if you focus on winning a chip,
Yeah.
the playoffs is a business. So they can't celebrate.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm not saying as fans we could celebrate.
Right.
As a team, you know, they gotta definitely stay locked in. But as fans, we can celebrate.
Can we? Can we
Yes.
though?
We're not celebrating.
Hold on. With the amount of money and the amount of restructuring that we did in the offseason, we can celebrate about getting out the first round.
Chuck, to say that we're going to celebrate getting out the first round, no, I feel you. We're not celebrating that. We're the third seed. We're supposed to get out the first round. I said it'll be impressive in 4. I believe you said 5 or 6. I can't recall. You correct me. And and so what I will say that we can celebrate is history that Brunson made. Like Brunson made history in that series, right? And as a Knicks fan, we got to celebrate that because, yo, son, he is now, and I got it, it's on my phone. Yo, that 3-point shot put him the highest average like playoff scorer in Knicks history, above Bernard King by like 0.1 point or something like that. So like, yo, yeah. And the last time, and you even said it, Chuck, the last time we seen something like this is Jordan-esque.
Can I make one point real quick?
Go ahead.
Just real quick.
Nah, we're good.
It's a difference between being happy and celebrating.
Okay.
I'm happy we won.
Right.
But I expected to win.
Exactly.
And I love the fashion of how we won. Don't get me wrong. But I am moving on. Because the reason why I'm moving on is because of the disrespect from everybody else.
That's why I'm gloating.
Like my cats was like, they was like, oh, all that just to get swept by Boston. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, the disrespect that
I'm
we
not
receiving
no more. Now,
is making me
forget
gloat.
that.
Now you take the additional disrespect that we're getting after we already got disrespect. You take the more, you know what I'm saying? You add that. You put that in the gas tank. You just continue to keep getting disrespected. Put it in the gas tank.
But are we being disrespected though? We're not being disrespected.
We being disrespected by
fans,
by native New Yorkers. The team, people that say they Knicks fans was saying, I'd rather us lose to Detroit. They tied the series, and they saying,
I ain't speaking about that.
They were saying, oh, we rather the Knicks lose. Like, why? We got a fully healthy team. Why would you want us to lose?
I can't speak to anything like that.
There's people out there that's saying that.
Yeah, like I haven't heard anything like that.
That's why I won my buffs. That's why I won my New York buffs.
That's the team that we have.
These are hate rockers. You can't see them, Ross.
Exactly.
I got a milli rock them away.
This is the team that we have, unless we make a trade, like, you know, on an even contract. This is the team that we have. Everybody's like, this is the squad. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? This is who we have.
Yo, I think we're a piece away, fellas. I do think we're a piece away. I think we.
That's a conversation for another episode because I got somebody, Ross, but I don't want to talk about it yet.
Hold that.
Hold that.
But hold up, an offensive piece, a defensive piece, or
this piece right here is the piece.
Let's talk. So hold up though, because. All right, so what are the keys y'all think? Yo, so let me ask you, why me? Let me ask you a question, brother. What do you think will be the keys to the Knicks getting out of Boston? Because we go into Boston first. We have success. All right. Success.
I'll quickly explain. The keys to getting out of Boston is being able to match their offense as high of a level as possible. Their offensive attack, we have to be able to be that aggressive as well. If we can match that, because we're not like nobody's gonna go 40%, 50% from three. That would be a crazy game if Boston makes half their threes. But if we are able to defend and shoot at the same volume, I think we can win multiple games, especially in the Garden. We could take one on the road. Like the first game that we play in Boston, that's gonna be the game. Because Boston they got tested a little bit, but I watched that series. Jason Tatum flopped around. Jaylen Brown barely played. You know what I'm saying? That series was Paolo
They
tried
did the same
his
thing
best.
last year, though.
Huh?
They did the same thing last year.
Yeah, Jason
And
Tatum flopped around.
Cats doubted them through the whole playoffs.
Yeah, like
even doubted them through the chip.
They basically shot the ball from everywhere. It was not that of a series where they were really tested by the team that they needed to be tested by. We're the team who needs to crack them first. So my theory is with the same with Boston. We should not be worried about them. We've lost to them enough to know how to beat them. We almost beat them, minus some mistakes that we made at the end of the game. So that's my thing.
Right. I think we got a shot of beating them.
We could beat their ass.
Honestly, I think people that's looking at it any other way is crazy.
Well, what's the key? What's the key?
Right.
I think it's on the defensive end. Like we got to bring it on the defensive end because if we bring it on the defensive end, they ain't getting all them jump shots.
No.
So,
I agree 1,000%, bro. Because my thing is this: I think the offense is going to take care of itself. I think if we not even the twos, bro. If we can stop their threes and bring them down to like 30%, we will win that series, guaranteed. I'm telling you.
How you stop a three?
What you mean how you stop a three? You go over the screen. The screen. That's how you stop the three.
Pulling up from 25 off the
Okay, then guess what? We pick them up full court. I mean, it's answers to all of that. Because all we gotta do is stop. Look, all we gotta do is stop the three, bro.
They are going to shoot 43s whether you're there or not.
Exactly. So we need to be there.
Yep.
That's my point. We need to be there.
And we putting them on the line.
Whoa,
we're not fouling them. Guess what? We're gonna deny the ball, and if they get it, we putting ball pressure. So you uncomfortable. You uncomfortable. We gotta make them uncomfortable.
I'm not as so much focusing on stopping them from shooting than I am from.
No, I didn't say stop them from shooting. I said defend their shooting. They get a lot of open threes. They get most of their threes is from penetrate and dish, or pick and roll. But most of it's penetrate and dish. Guess what? We got to man up, and we're not helping. So what I mean by that is, I know we switch a lot. That's fine. But if a man is driving on you, don't expect no help. Either he's gonna hit the layup, or you gonna block the shot, or he's gonna miss the layup.
I'm definitely
let them dish the ball out to a wide open three.
That's we lose. I agree with that. But that's basic.
Nah, it's not.
NBA is basic.
Exactly. The
NBA plays pick and roll 90% of the game. NBA is basic.
And where do we look? Where do we stand on pick and roll defense?
Depends on if Mitch is on the court.
Well,
absolutely,
and he's gonna have to be on the court.
If
Mitch is on the court,
our pick and roll defense is
dependent on Mitch.
Mitch
have Cat down as a weak side defender.
Mitch got to be ready for the basketball too.
No, Mitch switches with the best of them.
Can you stop that? Can you stop that?
Got to be ready for the ball.
Stop that. Stop that. Stop that. Listen.
Yo, Rash.
He do got to be ready, but
he has to be a threat on offense.
Rash, anything chest level to Mitch, he dropping, bro. Chest level and below, he dropping, bro.
If it ain't up here, offense.
Mitch fumbling, bro. It's hot potato.
Yeah.
He got to be a threat.
Son, so stop trying to pass it to him.
He wide open. He wide open.
You gotta take those.
That's what I'm saying.
You gotta make those, yo.
He's wide open, Raj.
He's wide open.
I'm gonna show my age a little bit, but y'all remember them Dr. J hot hands they used to sell, the little gloves?
Yeah.
That's what he needs, son. Put some stick 'em on him or something, because he can't hold the ball.
Hot
Son.
Hands, that's your man, Hot Hands Hanen from Little Giants, bro.
I'm
Come on,
sorry.
son.
Remember he was like,
He can't catch the
Yep.
ball. Why am I passing it to him? I don't
Bro.
understand that part.
What?
he's wide, he be wide open, like he
And
did, like
Yeah.
game
can't
5.
catch the ball.
That's what I'm saying. Like there was, I don't know if they did any type of walkthrough for that or any type of practice for that. But like they were trying hard to get him the ball, because that's what I said at the end of our show. I said, yo, they're gonna go to him. He just wasn't ready for none of them passes. Last game too, game 6. The ball flying over his head. I'm like, yo, bro, why your hands down? You in the lane? Why your hands down at your side? Your
He
hands
don't
should be
think
like,
he gonna get it. He don't think he gonna get it, and when he get it, he ain't
don't
ready
right.
for it.
And that's
Throw him a lob.
that's for
Throw
them
him a
all
lob,
season.
yo.
That's
If
for
you're
them
not
all
throwing
season.
him a
Never
lob, do
giving him the
not
ball.
pass him the ball.
Throw it
All
up.
season. All season.
I
All
agree.
season.
Don't throw
Since
it
he
to
came
him.
back. They ain't giving the ball. Now they want to give him the ball. Game 5 in the playoffs, you want to give me the ball. But I told you they was gonna go to him.
Yes, you did. Yes,
I
you
saw
did.
OG.
And what I
I
said.
saw
And what
Josh Hart.
said.
I saw Josh
Did they
Hart
all-
throw an alley-oop to OG Anunoby. Have you seen that before?
Yes.
No, when?
Not often. Not often.
When?
Not often.
When you seen a ball spray to Josh Hart in the corner, and OG cuts and he gets a lob to OG. When you seen that?
Son, I can't say that I exactly remember. But
I'm just saying.
You don't see it. You don't see it
You
often.
don't see
It ain't
it.
been
I'm
often.
just saying. That's what we need. We need that type of, because everybody else in the league is able to do it. K was able to get the lobs to Jalen Duren. No, like almost no matter what. Those were like virtually automatic. You know what I'm saying?
We had good ball movement
We
though.
don't do that very well.
We did.
Game six.
I see Mikal throwing that lob to OG.
Yeah.
I see that, but you don't see Josh doing it like that.
But we just had better ball
I
movement.
think Josh.
Yeah, we did have
Josh
better
has
ball
thrown
movement.
lobs. Josh has thrown the most lobs, in my opinion, to Mitch. I saw OG try to get it to Mitch a couple times, but it didn't work.
Mm-hmm.
I saw Mikal try to get it to Mitch a couple times, it didn't work. But Josh was the most successful at throwing lobs to Mitch.
Like this.
Mitch's best lob person is RJ and Quick. They in Toronto right now.
I'm gonna say this. I'm not exactly sure what the numbers are, but I almost can guarantee.
Bro, they so low that we can remember
Chuck said, if you're not throwing him a lob, because he's not making his free throws.
The numbers are so low that we can recount them on one hand.
My man 45% from the line.
And that's another thing. Like, he's in the game. He's got to be able to make as many free throws as possible.
That's killing us.
He shoot that line drive. What do you think? He shoot right at the rim, yo.
Yeah,
he don't really have no rhythm. There's no rhythm in the shot. It's just
is Shaq
the ball.
There's no rhythm in the shot.
He's touching the ball.
There's no rhythm. He got no rhythm.
Cool.
He got no
He
rhythm.
touch the basketball. He should only touch the basketball for rebounds and tip dunks and lobs. That's it. Outside of that,
he's wide open. He got to get the ball, Rash.
I didn't say he can't get the ball. I said he can get the ball for a lob. That's what I said.
Every center that stays with a team, they become some type of offensive
bounce pass. He got to be able to collect the bounce pass.
You know what I'm saying? Like they all get like all the Serbian centers and
that's not Mitchell Robinson.
They all got a jump hook. Zubac got a jump hook. They all got a jump hook. 10 years into the league,
that's not what we asking him for.
But he got 10 leagues, but only he got what 7 years?
He got like 7. I think he in the league
7 years, but only about 4 years of game time.
Correct.
Too.
He need
to get the jump hook year number 8 or whatever. Tristan Thompson, all them got it. Like, wow, I'm waiting on Mitch right now.
We don't need him for that. We don't need him for that.
If we were able to get him to do that, we would blow up every game. We would blow up every game plan. Just having Mitch being able.
What percentage are you gonna have put the ball in his hand for him to make a move and score? How many times?
No, I just need him to block shots and catch lobs, yo.
Just to catch the ball and get it done.
And hit 50% of your free throws, yo. I don't need no hook shots. I don't need no mid-range J. I don't need none of that.
We're not saying all of that.
Nah. Give me putback. Give me 3 putbacks. Give me 3 putbacks a game, a couple of lobs, and about 3 blocks. and about 11 boards. I'm
He
good.
needed at
Just
least a
sit your
Dwight Howard.
A down.
He needed at least a Dwight Howard,
Don't
Stan
get
Van
hurt.
Gundy. Knicks.
Listen,
Remember that
listen.
nigga
Don't say.
Dwight Howard? He used to go.
I need 7 solid screens out of you. That's
Yeah.
it.
He definitely gonna screen. He definitely gonna screen. I
Listen.
mean, if you got a player like that, that's overachieving, bro. That's what we looking at.
But I would give him those quotas, yo. I'd be like, yo, I need 7
need a
solid
player to
screens. I need
overachieve.
11 boards. I need 4 blocks. I need 3 lobs.
You need
You
a
know what I
player
mean?
to
And I need 2
overachieve.
putbacks.
You need a player to overachieve,
And
like
4 good solid fouls. I don't want
Josh
you cheap
Hart,
fouls. No cheap
Josh
fouls.
Hart, and Mitchell Robinson. This series in Boston, they have to overachieve. They have to.
Josh is in a bit of a
We need a
slump.
triple. We need at least a triple double from Josh within the first 1 or 2, 3 games. We need that type of momentum. A triple double from Josh would be very helpful because like that would mean like guys is hitting their shots and all of that.
Yeah.
And like this in the same game, Jalen may be having like 7, 8 assists.
That's an excellent point.
That's baskets. That's what I'm
looking. That's a dub.
That's a win.
Yes.
That's a win, and that's control. We lose control when we take bad shots and turn the ball over, like most teams do. But for us, when we lose control, we lose 15-point leads in 3 minutes and 4 minutes. So
Yeah,
like with Boston,
go in the league. That's a run. Runs are typically 3, 4 minutes.
and that's a run, and we can't give up
10, 15 points.
We can't.
The NBA is a game of runs, though. The NBA is a game of
We're
runs.
gonna make a run. Yeah. We can't give up those types of runs and not make those ourselves.
It's absolutely.
So that's why I'm saying like the ability to still have them go on a run, but we're still aggressive and still actually converting. That's what I'm looking at.
But how many you got to look at it like this?
They're gonna score. This shit is gonna be like 140.
Yeah, because you got to look at basketball now. Like, how many games are back and forth? Like, you score, I'll score, you score, I'll score. Very seldom now. It's just a game of runs, yo. You might go 10 in a row. I'm going to come back and drop 6. You're going to drop another 5. I might come back and drop 10 in a row. It's like, the game is just, it's like, especially being a Knicks fan, it's like, you can't settle down. I don't care how big, the league got to be 30 for me to
is that?
It's like, if it ain't 30, I still, look, I'm on pins and needles because I don't know what's going on.
The lead is not 90 points. That's why. If the lead is 89, the starters is gonna be, you know what I mean?
But Boston, yo, I think if we could stop the 3, if we could defend the 3, and just like with the Detroit series, I said I can't have Beasley or Hardaway getting off.
Who is Beasley?
Anyway, with this series, this series here, I can't have White. I can't have White. I can't have Pritchard getting off. Let Jalen do what he gonna do. Let Tatum do what he gonna do. That's 70 points max.
Right.
Okay, cool. Now where you getting the rest from? You know what I mean? We can't let the others get off. Let y'all get that 70. We'll put that 70 on the board from the jump. You get 35, you get 35. Do whatever y'all want to do. However you want to do it. Highlights and all.
Are you worried? I'm worried about the officiating a little bit.
I'm not. The playoffs are being called different. It's the playoffs. It's playoff times.
I'm worried about the foul call, the fouls that will be called for Jason Tatum.
Nah. I'm not even worried about. I'm not worried about how the games be officiated because like our team is smart. Right? Yeah. So I don't think we're not gonna fall victim to foul trouble and not identifying like how the game is being called and how the game can be played. Like that, like everybody said, it's going to take a collective effort from everyone. We're going to have where we're going to rely on Brunson. Like Cat has to show up more consistency. Like just like the Detroit series is going to go like he goes. The games we win, he's balling. The games we losing, he's struggling. Luckily, we got away with Game 6.
You found out.
So Cat fouls out Game 6. And I mean, I thought there was some unnecessary fouls that were called on him, but he tends to pick up those unnecessary fouls. But with that being said, Cat fouls out Game 6, and all the attention shifts to Jalen Brunson. And that's, I think, where he kind of thrives, like knowing what he has to do. He was the primary scorer for like the last 5 minutes of the game. And everybody really just did what they always do, is they stood around and they kind of watched. But they were in position to make plays like Mitchell, like Mikal Bridges was. But Mitchell Robinson was able to grab a key offensive rebound as well. And all those things are what has to be done. Like with a fully healthy team, we can beat Boston. We can make the series interesting. We just have to be able to strike first and early. Like we can't be playing from a 2-0 deficit versus 1-1-1. All right. Then we got to figure it out. But we got 4 games.
I got two negatives. I got 2 negatives that we can turn to positives, right?
Hold on. Before you got I got one thing. I got one
4
thing.
games to get to the ECF.
Yo, I don't like the narrative that the team watches Brunson. I don't believe that. Nah. He has, I think he's earned the right. Yo, give me the ball, get out my way. Move. Everybody move and do what I need to do to get off the shot. Like, I don't think it's just watch. It's like, all right, Brunson, what you want us to do? Not just watch. Like, yo, it's Brunson's show. So this narrative that the team just watches, nah, they don't watch. Or they watch no more than everybody else and listen to what he do to set
it. You said they watching by design.
I'm watching by design. Hey, yo, I'm on the court. I'm on the court. I'm like, I'm frozen, bro. I don't know what you're talking about. But when he shoots the ball, I'm not watching no more. When the ball goes in flight, I'm crashing. I'm doing what I got to do.
Right. So this idea
I'm making sure that I'm not getting in his way. Is watching. That's me.
Right. So again, I was speaking to the narrative because you say it. A lot of people say like, yo,
we watching this. Yeah, we
niggas
watching
fans,
like, though.
nah, niggas ain't watching.
The narrative is us watching because they are incapable of doing anything else. The narrative as fans, as me as a fan, is I'm watching because I'm watching. But if I was on the court, like if I was Mikal Bridges, like I'm waiting to see what he gonna do, and then after he do it, I'm crashing the boards because I know the shot's going. I know he's gonna get a shot off. Or if he get trapped, I'm gonna make myself available to get him to pass and reset. That's what I mean.
I got you. So that's what I'm saying.
He's capable of doing anything. So you are absolutely right. He's earned the right to be like, yo, give me the ball, get out the way. But you gotta watch. You gotta stand there and watch and make sure you don't run into him too.
Yeah. I think y'all both right.
I've been on the court.
I think they watching, but they watching by design.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like I've been on a team where, my teammate has gone crazy, and you just like, you don't know what to really like.
One for flat.
Time,
one for flat.
Yo, the ball's going in. So
I'm
chilling, bro. Like I've been there before. You know what I'm saying? So like that's what I mean. Like. But people they always gonna spin a narrative like we just watching because they can't do nothing. But I mean, watching is he shoots that fadeaway. I'm looking, I know where the ball is gonna go off the rim at. I'm standing here, bop tipping, tie the game up. I mean, you gotta pay attention to stuff like that. But
listen, he played a big game.
That tip
tied the game.
That Mikal got, he could have got that on a pass too.
Yep.
I saw the passing lane there too. I was like, damn. But
I mean,
I wasn't mad at that tip. That's what you got. Yeah.
And his ability to get a shot off over shoulder, like, you know what I'm saying?
That would have been a sharp pass because the dude was right there. It's not like Dorian was not on his back. He just tipped it.
Yeah.
Right.
It's not like, you know what I'm saying? It's not like he was able to gather it. Nah, he jumped in the air, tipped that ball as he swiped that.
It was a perfect miss. It was a perfect miss.
Perfect time tap. Like, that was perfect time. Perfect. So to say it was that would have been a needle of a pass.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like the whole thing about us being a team where if we could crack that code of facilitation, to each other, like the interior passing between if Mitch and Towns is on the court, the interior passer. Like they have to establish those type of connections. And I understand what you mean because this is not the time to experiment to see if Mitchell Robinson could, become an offensive center. Like it's not the time. But I mean, up 3-1, up 3-1, you influence, you establish yourselves like in a certain area, like you establish yourselves in the post, points in the paint, you up 3-1, you know what I'm saying? You get 10, 15 easy dunks, like that changes the
Who
game.
wouldn't want that? Who wouldn't want that? Everybody
But I'm just saying, like if you're able to do it up 3-1, that's the best time to try to do it. But they
listen,
botched it. You know what I'm saying?
nah,
It worked for Minnesota.
Yo,
And Rudy Gobert.
you see them shoulders, yo. Them shoulders ain't putting on no hook shots, yo. That look,
It
yo,
worked for
that ain't putting on
Minnesota
no
and
hook
Rudy
shots.
Gobert.
Nah, them shoulders built for lobs and lobs only.
That's a big
Listen,
kid, bro. That's a big kid. But
Well,
I'm just saying, like, I don't know. But they try to go to him, you know, they try to go to him just like how it worked for Minnesota. So that's why I was thinking. I was just thinking along them lines where you establish points in the paint. You get points in the paint. It's easy. Your player that normally gets 14 in the first half. Like
that needs to be
you have
Bridges.
to
That needs
change
to
your
be
scheme.
McBride. Let McBride
Yeah.
get that 14 points. Let
You
me get
gotta
that
change.
14 points for McBride or Payne.
He hasn't been shooting
Yeah.
well. You gotta change your scheme. You gotta go back into the locker room and say,
man.
now we gotta guard this dude. And now you can't double Jalen Brunson. You can't put all the focus on
They
Jalen
gonna
Brunson.
double
You
Jalen
putting the body
regardless.
on. You putting the body on
They
Mitch
gonna
because
double him
none of you
regardless.
going to give up the offensive rebound.
If
You putting the body on
Mitch
him.
got 14 by the halftime, you can't focus on Brunson.
I'm not. Why is
Hey,
it
can
either
we
or?
curse on here? Can we curse on here? You a damn lie.
How
I don't care if Mitch got 30. You gonna focus
you
on
can't
Brunson. I don't care if
no,
Mitch
that's what
got
I'm
30 in
saying.
the first quarter.
If you a defense, and they just got this man 16 points in a half of a game, like you are automatically gonna be looking at him.
I hear you. And
And
that's
That's the widow.
that's in a
That's the
land
dream
far,
right there.
far
that's
away.
gonna do you in. I'm not
But
saying it's right.
but
I'm not saying it's right.
ain't no way Boston gonna switch their focus on the Mitchell Robinson.
Watch.
I can't see.
They gonna be like remember Kevin Durant was talking about Quentin Grimes? Like, I don't know what this is. He doesn't shoot the ball, he doesn't get into the foul line. Like he's got four. Jalen Brunson is a Hall of Famer. Quentin Grimes, watch. They're gonna be sick. Mitchell Robinson, you can't. That's the thing. Mitchell
Is he
Robinson there.
gambling, son?
No.
Is he?
He's that
we
exposure.
got two things in our favor against Boston.
Talk to me.
The fact that we didn't beat them all season. So
Okay.
they coming in extra confident with their guards down. They can beat us whenever.
And-
They beat us all season, blah, blah. Just like Detroit did. Because Detroit beat us all season. I think we went 1-4 against Detroit, if I'm not mistaken, something like that.
Yeah, it sounds
So
correct.
that's the first advantage we got.
1-3.
The second advantage we got, which sounds crazy, but proof is in the pudding, is that we don't have home court advantage. That's our advantage.
We play very well
So
on the road.
why? Because we got Hawk and Animal, baby. We
Yeah.
road warriors. We get on that
Very
road.
well on the road.
We get on that road, and it's Rap City. I don't know what it is about the booze, about the F. Brunson, about the flopper, about nobody rooting for us but us. Whatever that is, we always come out victorious, yo. We went 3-0 on the road, 1-2 at home.
Yeah.
Or one was it 1-1 or 1-2 at home in that last series?
In his last series,
1-2, 1-2 at home.
Yeah.
1-2 at home and 3-0 on the road.
Mm-hmm.
And we ended Philadelphia last year in Philadelphia, didn't we? No, that was Game 7 in New York.
We lost Game 5, and we had to win Game 6 in Philly.
And we won in Game 6 in Philly.
Yeah, the last time we won in New York, we clinched in New York was against Indiana. That was like 2-3 years ago.
Right. We haven't clinched a playoff series.
Yeah. Listen.
Or closed out rather. At home.
And why me? You said it earlier, man. Like, yo, the dag. I just had the point where you were you were saying earlier that how he was going to beat Boston, and what did you say? Because you were
What I
talking
said
about
was just matching the
Matching the offense.
offensive output, like
right.
the volume of shooting.
Okay, and you were asking about keys to the first game.
Yeah,
And Chuck, when you were saying your 2 points, I was like, yo, you know what a real good advantage we have? They're not 100% healthy because Drew Holiday
Right.
hasn't played in 2-3 days,
Yeah,
and Jalen
yeah, he
Brown,
got a
he's
hamstring
not
issue.
dropping 30.
yeah,
He
yeah.
might,
That's
he
to our,
might
that's
have
healthy.
definitely
something
to our
left though.
advantage. That's to
And
our advantage.
and,
Boston
and
might
but
Tatum's
pull
not
Drew right out of bounds.
fully healthy either. And Tatum's
Who?
not fully healthy either. See,
and we got OG and Bridges. So yeah,
Yeah,
that's different.
they could play.
Wingstop,
They could
Wingstop,
both
that's
play
why I
baby.
said
defense.
that's
Wingstop.
why we were talking about
They could both
defense.
play defense.
Right.
Yeah,
And that's going to be
They could
Wingstop,
both play
baby.
defense on Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown. Like they could take turns. Like they obviously gonna
Right.
be on it. They all gonna be on the court at the same time. They all not gonna
yes,
be
sir.
on the court at the same time.
Yes,
Like
sir.
so, whoever's there,
And
we locking up. I think Jason Tatum is who he is. I don't know what he's going to get. I never predict players are gonna get theirs. But he's gonna take his shots. He's gonna get his attempts. So we just got to make it difficult, and
yo,
that's what everybody says, right? But
Yo,
on the offensive end, that's gonna be our best defense. Dropping threes on them as well.
I'm telling you, son, we cannot let Pritchard and
right,
White get 30.
right, right.
That's
No,
the key.
Right.
I'm
no,
telling
Right.
you.
no. That's
They
the
got to
key to
Telling
win.
you
They
that's
got
the
to
key.
average.
Trust me.
Absolutely not.
Trust me, that's the
Absolutely not.
key. If we let Pritchard or White get 30, we lose. I don't care what happens.
What if they let Mitch get 20?
I
What
don't know
if
what
campaign?
That-
Okay, fine. Now I'm gonna take Mitch out of it. What if campaign get 20?
we win. I mean, what's your point?
That's what I'm saying. So it's
Okay.
the same. It's the same
Oh,
theory.
wait.
right.
We
That's
might
exactly what
win.
he's saying.
We
What if
might win.
campaign get 20? What if
We
Shamit? What if
might
Shamit?
win. We
What if
might win.
Shamit get
We might
14 off
win.
the Shamit
We
get
might
14
win.
off the bench if he plays Shamit?
We might win.
Because Deuce, okay, all right, then I'll give you Deuce. Then. What
It's
if
the
Deuce
fight
get
part.
18?
It's the
What if
fight.
Deuce get 18?
We might win.
Thank you.
But
Thank
if Pritchard and White don't drop 30, we win.
That's what I'm saying. No, we win just with our normal
Yes.
Yes.
Normal
Yeah, man.
output.
Yeah.
Normal output, because that's a big
Yes.
chunk of their
Yeah.
offense, bro.
Yes.
If one of
Yes.
those
We
two
don't
cats,
need nothing. We don't need nothing from our bench.
I didn't say that. That's
Right. Why are you
That's
giving the
what I'm
orders out
saying.
for?
no. But you saying no. You're focused on the offense winning the game. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. That's not the key
The
to me.
defense got to win the game.
To me, the key is stopping the role players, bro.
Players from getting in
The
this, yeah.
stars are gonna be the stars. They're already
Yeah.
written in the books. You got to
Yeah.
stop the role players. You got to stop
Right.
Pritchard, the 6th man of the year. You got to stop White, who
Yes.
had like 34 the first game against Orlando. Like
Yes.
these cats, you got to lock down because
Yeah.
they'll be the ones that
They
cost you
come in
the
the
series.
game. They come in the game when they obviously they come in the game regardless. But they come in the game when that's like they're trying to put their foot on our neck. Like Pritchard is he's like the nail in the coffin.
He's the
You know
6th
what I'm
man of the
saying?
year this year. He
He's
was
the
the
Right.
nail
He's
in the
the first
coffin
person
this
off the
year.
bench.
He's
This
the
year he
nail in
putting
the
up
coffin.
14
Like
and 9.
when Missoula is really trying to like rip your heart out,
Right.
Pritchard is the one to do it.
You can't let Hauser get off. You can't
Right.
let Pritchard get
Can't let
off.
them dudes get off.
Look,
None of them.
you can't let Al Horford get off.
Nope.
If Al
And
Horford get more than 15,
that's what I'm
he's
saying. Like
off.
that, all of the effort that we do on defense is gonna obviously be there. But what we do on offense negates that because Pritchard plays fast.
They don't
For
negate
White,
that,
they
man.
all play fast. And
I don't think it negates it though.
the more
You
possessions
can't
they
negate a
get,
team that put up 130 a
yeah,
night.
but the more possessions they get off of our misses are gonna create those fast breaks and those runs that they like to play off of.
Nah.
If we missing shots and they not taking the ball out, they don't have to set up no real offense. They throwing it ahead all the time. They pass it ahead very well. So all the ball's gonna do is get past the head and they're gonna shoot a three. Like they basically shoot threes, being at the 3-point line. The ball is getting past the head. They turn around. It's already there. We can't shoot. We don't shoot like that.
I don't think that element is as great as you think it is because
It's
teams are not shooting 50 to
it's what they
60%
do.
from the field. Like no, you got to think of the law of numbers or the law of averages. Teams are not shooting 50 to 60% from the field, even their girls shooting
That's why they shoot
the free
55
throw.
threes. That's why they shoot 55 threes.
So, but again, I'm just trying to understand your point when you're talking about us being offensive and them taking the ball from under the rim or off the rim, right?
If they don't take the ball, if they take the ball out, they offense has to actually set up a half court offense. If they getting rebounds off of our misses, they don't got to set up. That's a fast break.
They still shoot threes within their offense, though.
Right.
That's
that offense is predicated on threes.
Right, and we can play better defense.
So whether they
can play
the
better
ball
defense with them if the game is slow.
Offensive rebound, they gonna shoot the three.
We can play better defense with them if the game is slow.
That's the obvious thing.
If the game is slow,
we stop the three, man.
You got to slow the game down in order to do that.
Oh,
we gotta make shots. We gotta make shots in order to do that.
I'm with you. But make shots and slow the game up is two different things.
Because making shots help your defense. Making shots help your defense.
You can be running all game and making shots.
Making shots help your defense. I don't think it's just defense alone. It has to be offense. With this team,
we gotta score the ball. I'm not saying that we don't gotta score the ball. I'm talking about we just mentioned what we think the key.
And it got to be volume, though. It got to be volume. I mean, we could play efficient.
We got to outscore them. Like you just want us to outscore them by volume.
We can play efficient. We can play efficient too, though. We can play efficient, but it gotta be. If we not efficient, it gotta be volume. It can't be nobody.
Sounding like D'Antoni.
Josh Hart gotta shoot. Yeah, Josh Hart gotta shoot. Bridges gotta shoot. OG gotta shoot.
You believe our
definitely gotta shoot.
You believe our players can outshoot Boston? You believe the Knicks can outshoot, but I know that you that's what I'm trying to understand. I'm understanding that you believe that the key to the Knicks winning is a Knicks team outshooting Boston?
Percentage-wise, and we gotta be up there with the volume. We might not be able to outshoot them. Say if they shoot 73s, we gotta shoot at least 40. And I'm saying 70 is a high number. Let's say if they shoot 45 threes a game, we got to shoot at least 35.
Hold on. This is your keys to winning, and you know who our coach is?
Tibbs is going to let
we going out there to play defense, bro.
Tibbs is going to let them play.
That's it. We going out there to play defense. And whatever happens on the offensive end, let it roll. We going out to play defense, son.
Tibbs coach offense. He scored 116.
You got Motique running the offense. I keep trying to tell y'all, son. That ain't what you talking about. Ain't gonna happen. Look who running the offense.
Shoot the ball, bro. And I'm wilding saying 73s. We got to shoot the ball. 53s.
That ain't our makeup though.
Right. I'm saying
what you're talking about doing is us
shoot over 33%.
Right. You talking about us changing our whole strategy. That ain't even us.
Yeah.
Right.
That means you gotta have at least look. That means you gotta have at least 7 players, including Mitchell Robinson.
We don't have
3-pointers a game.
We don't have 3-point shooters on our team.
That's a great, but 50-something threes though.
I'm wilding.
Okay, I just want to make sure you knew.
40 threes. 40. I'm bugging.
40.
40.
So that means you want Russ to take 10 threes.
I want Russ to come help us shoot threes.
40, that means Brunson got to take at least 10 of those.
Brunson got to shoot 10.
30.
Brunson got to shoot 10. Brunson got to shoot 10. Josh Hart got to shoot 10.
He shot 10.
OG shot 10. OG shot 10.
Game 6.
Yeah.
But that's a lot, yo. That's a lot.
Yeah, because he played 46 minutes. It's easy to do it when you playing 46 minutes.
The first game that we played them, let me see. They shot 61 threes in the first game of the season.
That's crazy, yo.
Okay.
They shot 61 threes.
How many we shoot?
The Boston Celtics.
How many we
shot? 30. We shot 30.
Yeah, that sounds right. That's why that's my point.
That's why we got blown out.
Oh, that's why we got to guard the 3. They shot 63s, bro.
And I said I was wilding. I'm taking that shit back. I wasn't wilding.
Sound crazy.
That's 73s, bro. That's 70.
Oh my gosh!
I said I was wilding, and I wasn't wilding, bro. I had to look it up, so I
So
know I
you want
wasn't
more
wilding.
threes than layup? You want more threes than
I
layup
think
just
you
We
because
read the
we
gotta
play
shoot
wrong
the
ball?
ball
chapter in the
with
art of
them. We
war,
gotta
son.
shoot the ball somewhere in the ball. We gotta shoot the
You read
ball
the wrong
somewhere
chapter.
in the
You read the
range,
wrong
bro.
chapter.
They
We
shot
gotta
twice
stop
as
them
many
from shooting
threes.
all them threes, yo.
I don't
Yo,
know how it's gonna
what's
happen.
going on? You think we have a team that's capable of putting up 63s, 53s,
We
and
gotta
shooting how
stop them
many?
from
You're
shooting
gonna
How
them
many
have
do
openly.
to.
you want to make them?
You're
How
gonna
many do you think
have
we're supposed
to.
to make? How
You
many
are
do you think
going to have to.
with the Knicks personnel? I got you. With the Knicks personnel, how many threes you think the team is going to average in a 7-game series against Boston, shooting 50 of them, man? 50 of them. How many do
The
you think
next,
going in?
the next game, they shot 39 threes. We shot 24. They made 19 to 39 though. We went 9 for 24. They went 19 for they hit 19 threes, bro.
Yeah, you said 70 though. Think about
That
it.
was the first game of the that was
Yo,
the
Give me
first
50
game.
more.
yo,
19. Give me
That
50
was the
more.
first game.
Add
They
50.
shot 61 threes the first game. So yeah, 70 is not far-fetched, bro.
Yo, that
How
is fun.
I'm just saying, BK, am I bugging though now? I thought I was really bugging,
How
but
many threes? What's the most threes they've shot? That's probably the most threes they shot in all season.
I gotta look that up. That's a basketball reference number. I mean, question. But 73s, they shot 73s and they shot 39 threes.
really think
Then
that
we
if
played
our
them,
best
then we
way
played them a
of
couple
beating
weeks later.
Boston is to
We
match
played them a
them in
couple weeks later,
3-point shots?
and then they shoot 40, they shoot 44 threes. So 61, 39, 44.
And we lost every game.
We lost every game.
Right.
We didn't defend the three.
We went 14, we went 14 for 36, they went 17 for 44. So that's not that was the difference in a way, but I would have to look at other stuff. But yeah, they
It's
shot
okay to
44
say
threes and we shot
it's okay to say
36.
We have
I
to
was
get them
bugging. It's
off the
okay.
3-point
Hold
line.
on, the last game, we went to OT, we lost by 2 on some, whatever. We should have won that game. We could have won that game. They shot 49 threes
Was
and we shot
Brazilians in that
38.
last game? Who wasn't playing? They had their whole roster.
We didn't have we had everybody the last game. The second to the last game, we didn't have Towns.
Okay, so in the last game in
And in the
Boston, did they
first
have
game, we didn't have Mitch. We had Mitch and Towns. I mean, we had Brunson and Towns, but we didn't have Mitch the first game, the very first game.
Are you looking at it?
No.
Are you looking at the stat, like the roster? You got it pulled up?
I know. Mitch wasn't there the beginning of the season,
That's
and
not
Mitch
my
wasn't
question.
there for the second game either. He didn't come back till like after the All-Star.
Right.
And in the third game, we didn't have Towns. He was out for personal reasons. And the fourth game, we had everyone and lost in overtime by 2. That's what I'm saying. So we got a shot versus these moles. Like we just have to like keep up somewhere. And 3-point shooting is where the line is a clear difference.
Let me go back to my original point. This team, as currently constructed,
they shoot more.
Was specifically constructed to match up defensively with Boston. Not to shoot more threes than them, not to match them on threes.
No.
This team was constructed
to
defend these current roster of these Boston
Celtics. Straight up.
We got Wingstop.
They shot 20 for 25 from the free throw line the last game. And we went 10 for 16.
I don't even want to look at none of the regular season matchups.
Why they got 25 free throw attempts then?
Put all that behind you.
Why?
Yo.
That shit don't mean nothing.
Why they got 25 free throw attempts and we built to defend them?
BK. Say something to me, brother. Say something to me, brother.
We built to score the basketball also. We're not built to just play defense. This is a team with scorers on it.
Yeah, what was the first thing they said when we got our roster, when we got OG and Bridges? They said we got the best 3-and-D wings in the league.
So is defense alone for Mikal Bridges and OG Anunoby going to be?
No, but it's the reason why we got them two. We got them two
Right.
to match up.
So you're not answering my question. Is defense alone an acceptable output for OG Anunoby and Mikal Bridges?
No.
So then they're not there to only play defense anymore.
But we don't need them to shoot 53.
Don't do that. That's not what you
We
asked.
need
Now
them,
you
but
asking
we need
something
them to
different.
score more than 20
Now you
points.
saying
OG
something different,
Anunoby
though.
shot 10 threes. OG Anunoby shot
Right,
10
Ron.
threes.
You say something totally different now, bro.
No, I'm
You
not.
can't do that.
No, I'm
He
not.
moved the goalposts on me. He moved the
OG
goalposts.
Anunoby
Move the
shot 10
goalposts.
threes the last game.
Yeah, you moving the goal,
He
yo.
shot 10 threes the last game. How? How? We have to be able to shoot. We got to be able to shoot the ball.
That wasn't your question. What was your question?
I didn't ask.
What was your question? What was your question?
You had the question.
Nah, no, I'm
You
sorry.
had the question.
I'm sorry.
You
I'm
was like,
sorry.
I was
I'm
trying to
sorry.
remember
Excuse me.
your. We got
I'm
into this.
sorry.
You said I was trying to.
No. That's wrong. That's wrong. Now we can go back to the tape. You go listen to it. Don't worry about it.
You
go
said
listen
I
to
was
it.
trying to remember your point, and
You know how
my
long
point
ago we're
was
not
that
on
we
that
need
point
to
no more.
score.
We're not on that point no more because now we're talking about Chuck's reference into the keys to the game to the
They
boss.
shot 80% from the foul line in the
You're
last
not.
game.
It's
We shot
okay. It's okay.
62%. Chuck said
I'm
we
not
built to
gonna go
defend them.
anywhere.
Chuck said we built to defend.
I'm
We
not going
built to
nowhere, sir.
defend, and they went to the
I
line
got you.
25 times. How are we defending them? If they go to the line 25 times, what
They
kind of
never
defense
played
is that?
our roster. They never played our roster, bro.
That was the fourth game.
Okay, the one that Towns didn't play.
No, Towns was there. That was
Okay, where was
everybody.
Mitch? Where was
That
Mitch?
was everybody. Everybody was there.
Everybody played.
Everybody was there.
Come on, man.
Yo, so let me ask
Mitch
you this
Robinson
question.
had
man.
4.
Well, I got you.
Bridges had 14.
How many minutes Mitch played?
And hold on. Bridges
18.
had 14. He played 38 minutes. And Anunoby had 13. He played 41 minutes. Towns had 34. He played 43. Brunson had 27. He played 38 minutes. Hart played 48 minutes and had 10 points. Mitchell Robinson had 4 points and he played 16 minutes. He was kind of just like still working his way back, but he played 16 minutes. And he had 4.
Can I ask my question? I ask my question?
7 rebounds.
Can I ask my question?
Sure.
Go ahead.
Yo.
Kristaps had 34. And Jason Tatum had 32.
Oh, man. Here you go. All right, YB, let me ask you this question because you throwing out stats for the regular season, which I do appreciate, man. Statisticians.
That was the last game. That was like the last few games.
No problem. May I have the floor? I don't want to walk. I don't want to, I don't want to. So my question is, like, because you're giving out stats for the regular season, and Chuck already addressed that, right? He addressed the fact that Detroit had beat us 3 games out of 1 for the regular season, but the playoffs is a different beast. We all know that. Like, to the point, like, Beasley he was in contention for the 6th man of the year. Shimmy,
Why everybody not so? Why
hold
everybody
up,
wasn't so good?
Hold up. And when the pressure, when the moment, when it was time, he fumbled. Like it's a different beast. It's a different animal. Every possession counts in the playoffs. You can't take 2, 3, 4 possessions off. Another team can't score 6, 7, 8 points in a row. That's the difference in the game. So everything about the playoff is different. So you want to take these stats for the regular season? It's not cliche, son, and you throw them away. Because everybody plays different. That's why it's called Playoff Jimmy. Pause. That's why Brunson is
Playoff Jimmy should have bought his ass bag.
You know what I'm saying?
Playoff Jimmy need an ass bag.
The playoffs is different. And like Chuck said, this team was designed to stop Boston from scoring. And now that we have Mitchell Robinson, we're going to funnel everything to him off of every pick and roll you do. You can't do that with Karl Anthony Towns. So all those free throws, all those foul shots, all those things that you were talking about, son, you're absolutely right. We do have to score. We can't score 80 points and win. We got to score 110, 114, 120. Same thing that we did against Detroit.
120.
But like Chuck said, we have to eliminate the ancillary players. Nobody else can get 30 points but 2 niggas. Anybody else get 20 points, we in trouble.
We in trouble. Right.
We in trouble. Them two niggas get 30, fine.
We good.
Anybody else get 20?
we got guys that can score. And I want to see some baskets. Okay.
Yeah, listen.
I don't want to see. I don't want to see all that. I don't want to see all that. I don't want to see all that clamping and overplaying and and then when we get down the court on the other end, we can't hit a shot. I want to see some baskets.
But let me ask you this.
That's what I want to see.
But okay, that's what you want to see, right?
I want to see some.
But is that New York basketball?
I want to see some baskets.
New York basketball is the defense.
Yo, we've always been in the position where like our good teams can score the basketball, bro.
Yeah, we can score.
We gotta score when we gotta focus.
But that's not our principle.
When we gotta focus on offense, that's what I'm saying. Like when we've always had to focus on offense and we have played like recently, you know what I'm saying? It's been about getting those buckets. And a lot of our wins come from clutch from clutch shots too. Randall hit a couple clutch shots too. A lot of our wins come from the same thing.
God, but hold up. What do you think is the DNA? What do you think the team is? Like what kind of team do you think we
like everybody just says
power 3-point offense. Our power 3 we
everybody act like we here to always just only play defense all the time.
What is this team designed to do?
We got two defenders. We got two defenders.
So we have 3-point shooting personnel?
Two.
That's what you're telling me?
We got 4 actually.
We have 4.
Mitch and Wingstop.
Yep.
Yo, okay.
Wingstop is 3 people.
Okay, I guess.
You got Josh Hart, you got Bridges, and you got OG. That's Wingstop.
As long as they can
I'm gonna give you defense for Josh Hart because of his defensive rebounding.
Come on.
On the ball defense, we got 2 defenders.
Come on, that's false.
On ball defense, we have 2 defenders.
That's false. Mitch is a great on-ball defender.
On ball defenders, we have 2.
Mitch is a great on-ball defender.
He is.
Mind you, on the low, I hate to say this because I don't like the guy. For what reason?
Don't disrespect
I don't know.
Don't disrespect
Campaign locks things up too.
Don't disrespect
him.
Yo,
you ain't
Campaign locked Beasley up, bro.
Yeah,
he said he don't like him. That's why I said don't disrespect him. I knew he was going to say.
Oh, okay. You knew I was going.
I knew who he was going to say. That's why I said don't disrespect him.
Hey, I hate to say it. I don't even know why I don't like him. I just don't like him.
I don't like him either, son.
That's the sideways man. That's why you don't like him.
Yeah, man. Everything.
Yeah, you just don't like his form. That's all.
Everything from here.
Yeah,
that's fine.
Man, come on.
I just like what my whole thing is like baskets is what got us through Detroit, making shots, clutch baskets.
No.
That's what got us through the Detroit series.
We went on a 12-1 run. You think it was more offensive defense? Because they ain't scored the last 2 minutes of the game.
Right.
That's because they can't shoot.
Hey, you call it what you
want.
Call
it
what you want.
When it mattered,
son.
When it mattered, they couldn't get no buckets.
They ain't scored. All right, cool.
When it mattered, they couldn't get no buckets. Game 4?
Got you. How?
Right.
How did they score? They scored because they defenders.
Game 4, K had an open look. He had an open look and he missed.
Who had an open look?
Kay Cunningham. Game 4, he had an open look and he missed.
Hey, listen.
Tim Hardaway Jr.
Hey, you're not gonna make them all.
Yo,
that's what I'm saying.
Right.
But he got an open. OG Anunoby standing right in front of him. He still got an open look.
Yeah, but you gotta look at this. Mikal had an open look too and missed.
Yes, he did.
And what if and then the overarching thing is being able to make the shots.
That's for you.
If K made that shot, they go up. What did they go? They go up 1, right? If he makes the shot in game 4, they go up 1. And
right.
And the ball doesn't.
That would have tied it up 2-2.
Oh, that right. And the ball screen. Then they ultimately now they looking for a foul. They looking for a foul. They crying for a foul. They saying Tim Hardaway got fouled. We already addressed that.
He did.
Right? Yeah. Game 3, Mikal Bridges hits that 3. That's a different series as well. We up 3-0, right? I'm just saying. The ability to knock down, the ability to make them shots during the course of the game is gonna make a difference because the more shots we miss, that's the more shots they take, and the more shots they make.
Listen, and that's it. And again, I'm not saying no to that. I'm not saying that your point is not valid. I just disagree with the idea that that's going to be like a key to us winning. Like, I don't think that's a key to us winning. Just the fact that, of course, if any team shoots well, its real chances of them winning go up exponentially. It doesn't matter what team it is. If you shoot 70, whatever amount of times you shoot, and the majority of those shots are going in more than the other team, chances are you're going to win. I don't care what the two teams are. You know what I'm saying? I feel you. So, like you got to go against that. Like, you got to stop a team. That's like defense wins championship is not cliche. It just looks good when the offense wins.
Right.
Like that. That's it. It just looks better.
It's all a formulaic approach to ultimately get the win at the end of the day.
We're gonna see on Monday. We're gonna see on Monday.
Yeah.
Yo.
It's all an approach to get the win at the end of the day. The most important thing that I'm looking at, though, you know what I'm saying, especially when I look at Boston stats, man, they don't shoot a great percentage, but they shoot enough to eat as to where even if the percentage is low, by the time they done, they should have made some. You know what I'm saying? They should have made enough to separate themselves.
Right.
And that's like a terrible strategy.
What does that tell you?
It's a terrible strategy if you ask me, but they have the personnel to do it. Like everybody can't employ the strategy. Like us, we walk in a fine line if we actually try to do that the entire course of the game. And I'm not saying just abandon defense. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying we got the scorers. Like, we got the shooters. Josh Hart finds himself, he's always open. They leave him.
I think we got scorers more than we got shooters.
We got the scorers and we got the guys that have the ability to shoot. You know what I'm saying? We've seen everybody on the team, with the exception of Mitchell Robinson and Shamet. Maybe he's probably had one game. But everybody on the team that's gotten burned, we've seen them get hot. We've seen Deuce have a great game. We've seen Campaign have a great game
in like 3 months. What you talking about?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I saw Shamet maybe get busy one time.
Shamet had one good spurt during this series.
We've had 40-point games from everybody except for Josh Hart, because that's not what he does. But he's given us mad triple doubles. So it's just like everybody playing at their highest level. You know what I'm saying?
That's what the playoffs. That's what you're supposed to
do. Offensively though, everybody, because that's what's gonna match Boston, yo. And I'm not saying every game got to be us shooting a high volume of threes, but we got four games to win. One of those approaches for winning one of those games should be a high-powered offense.
Listen, anytime our offense plays better than theirs, we're going to win. Right. I think your statement is more of a certainty. Like, if we outshoot them, we're going to win. We can't lose. We're not going to lose. We're not going to lose if we outshoot them. If we stay on pace with their shooting, hell no. Of course we're going to win.
Don't worry, we're going to find out. We're going to find out Monday.
Yo, it's going to be that first game. Like I said, I said that at the beginning. That first game is going to be critical.
Monday's going to be a tall tale.
That's the one we need.
That's the one we need. We shall see.
That first game.
That's the one we need. That's the one we need to influence. And if we're gonna play, if they're for any rate gonna try to play that game where they try to outshoot us, where they try to bomb us out, depletion, bro. Forget it. That's why we can't allow that. We can't allow that. Like, defense, I know but I just see them doing what they do no matter how tough we defend. I just see them having the ability to do it.
You see, the thing about it is you're seeing them shooting the same amount of threes, which is fine, which I see as well. They're still going to shoot them. My thing is, how many are they going to make? And that's where the defense comes into play for me. It's like we have to stop them from making those threes. Let them shoot them. I don't care how many they shoot. Shoot 70, shoot 80. If you make 12 of them
Stop it.
80, I'm Gucci.
I don't
Yeah.
think we can stop it per se, and that's my thing. Like, I think we can
Stop them
I
from
think
making
they can either
threes.
miss. I think they can either miss or
Why?
make it. We
Why can't
can't
we stop them from? Why can't we stop them from making threes?
Right.
They're
Why
just
can't
too
we make
good.
it
They're too
difficult?
good.
Like run them off
That's
the.
not.
They're
Run
too
them off the
good at
three-point
shooting
line.
threes.
Okay.
They're
Huh?
too good at shooting threes
I disagree. I
contested
disagree.
for contested
Oh, gosh.
for like
They not even a physical team, bro.
they're too good at
For
shooting
Yo.
me
threes.
to
They're
sit there
too
and
good
say
at
they're
shooting
too good.
threes.
For me to sit here and say they're too good that we
They're
not
too,
just gonna that
no,
we can't negate them from making threes.
I don't think so.
Nah,
We can't stop them from making threes. They can
nah,
only
that's
stop. The
false.
only thing that stops them from making threes is them not shooting well.
What? What are you? Oh man,
Our
Yo,
defense doesn't. The only way we can stop them from shooting threes is a block. That's it.
damn son. So you
If
don't
we
believe
got
in
a hand in their
Wingstop?
face, if we got a hand up or a hand in their
You
face,
don't believe in
we can't stop them.
Wingstop?
We can't
Ah,
stop them.
We got
oh,
And I'm not
lemon
man.
saying
pepper. We got the hot honey.
I'm
We
not
got
saying that they're gonna make the
we
shot.
got the
They're
habanero.
going to shoot it.
We got
Habanero
what you
crazy.
need,
They're
bro.
gonna shoot it. They're gonna shoot. They still
And
gonna
you
shoot.
talking about what they gonna make? They can shoot. We can't
I
stop
didn't
the
say they
shot.
was gonna
What?
make anything. I ain't say they was gonna make anything. You antagonizing. I
You
said
gotta
No, but
run
that's
them
a,
they're
off
no,
the
no,
still
no,
going
line.
no,
to
no.
shoot the
You
ball.
did
No.
say that.
Hold up.
No, I
I
didn't.
said,
I said they
well,
still gonna shoot the ball.
and I
My
said I
hand is
don't care
up.
how many they
They
shoot,
still
long as
gonna
they
shoot
don't
it.
make them. I
Right.
don't care how many
You
they
gotta
I
shoot.
run
mean,
them
yeah,
off the
like making
line,
it.
right?
They still gonna shoot it though.
But
Got
no,
you.
you said we can't stop them from making threes. You
We
did
can't
say
stop
that.
Yes.
them from shooting.
No,
No,
you
that's not
said
what
And
you
the
making.
oh,
said, man. You gotta go
they're
back.
gonna shoot the
I mean,
ball.
man.
If
That's
they
okay.
if they like they're gonna shoot the ball,
Right?
shoot over contests, like they're not even looking at defenders, they're just shooting at the rim.
No, we're saying that's fine. We don't care about how many they
And
shoot.
they're
We care
too
about
good
how many
at
they
that.
make.
They're too good at that.
But you're going back to it. So you're saying we can't stop them from making threes. That's what you're
We
saying.
can't stop them from shooting.
Okay. I don't care about them shooting.
They
At all.
and they
I
make
care
it
about the
and they
making. I don't care
make
what they
them.
shoot.
You know what I'm
Which
saying? That
what?
be the result.
You're
I'm just
not. Hold
looking,
up.
yo.
Nah. You putting
23s.
them both together. You.
23s.
Yo, hold up.
40,
Why?
20, 19 of 49. You
All
don't
right.
think those
So
threes
what
were
does that mean?
you don't think people was flying out and
It doesn't. It doesn't.
closing out?
So you think it really okay? So let me ask you this question: if you don't think people were doing that, right, and all those threes were wide open, how many do you think they would have hit? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't think those
you're not
three,
putting.
I don't like if they shot 49 threes, I'm gonna say maybe like 15 of those is wide open. Like when
And how many
nobody was
were-
there.
Okay, so all right, and I think that's the wrong point because, and the reason why I say it's the wrong point is like again, yo, they're going to shoot 3-point shots. Like you said, they're going to shoot it. Because they shoot it does not imply that they're automatically going to make it. It doesn't imply that. And you're implying that with your statements. Nah, son, it don't. They can shoot 1,000 threes. They can shoot
40%.
100 threes. I want a hand in their face on 99%
They're
of them
shooting
shits.
40% as a team, bro. Like as a team.
Son, and I want them to shoot every 3-point shot. I want everybody to man up. Let them run to the rim. Let them run to the rim. You want to bring Porzingis out? Fine. You can't go out there. And I'm keeping Mitch somewhere on guard in the corner and on the opposite side. With any pick and roll. Like like you said, you have to play defense. I understand you have to score, absolutely, son, but you gotta stop the other team. The
Right.
idea that the key to the game is scoring, absolutely, that's a given. Everybody wants to score. Of course, that's the key. Of course, you want to shoot better than the other team. Of course. How you do that? You stop them from shooting good.
Yeah.
You stop them from shooting better than you. That's how you do it.
Can you foul them?
Hopefully not.
Are you allowed to
Hopefully
foul?
not.
Are you allowed to foul a person while they're shooting the three?
No.
When you say
Are you allowed
no,
to stand underneath them?
No,
No.
And you can't do that for any shot.
If I'm a
Right.
40% 3-point shooter, how can you stop me from shooting the three?
Putting your hand in your face, man, making the shot
If I
difficult.
make
Running
40%
them
of
off
my
the
threes, how
Running
can
you
you
off,
stop
running
me?
you off the line. Running you off the line.
Exactly, man.
Yo, you think you
Off the
play a
line.
team full of Steph Currys? What's
And
wrong?
if my man make 40%, how can you stop him?
All right, man.
Run him off the
Listen, you
line,
got
yo.
it,
That's
son.
And if
You
that's
my
got it,
man
son.
make 40%, how can you
You got
stop
it,
him?
son. You got it, son. If you
If
don't like,
everybody on the team shoot
yeah.
40%,
you got
how
it,
can you
son.
stop them?
I
You
don't know
got it.
what
You
team
got
they
it, son.
You
watching
know how
that
you
they
stop?
got.
Hold on. You know how you stop them? You play good defense.
How? How?
Exactly.
If everybody shoots
You move your
40%,
feet.
how
You
can you
stand in
stop
Yo,
front of
them?
them. You put a
How
hand
can
in
you
the
stop
face.
yo,
them? How? How can you stop them?
So
Yeah,
basically,
you're not listening. You just
basically,
speaking,
you're
man.
not gonna listen to anything we have to
Right.
say.
You just
yeah.
speaking. It's okay.
I say the same thing. Yo, what are you talking about?
Yo, son, it's okay, man. Yo, son, again, I get you. We have to
Monday's gonna tell it
outscore
all.
them.
Monday's gonna tell it all.
They will. We have to outscore them. Absolutely. If they shoot 40% from three, chances are we lost. Dead
Yeah.
ass. Dead ass. They shot 40% from three, we lost. We probably got
Mm-hmm.
blown out. They shoot 22% from three, we
That
probably
ain't
won the
never
game.
gonna happen. That is never going to happen.
Damn,
Whoa,
son.
whoa, whoa!
Damn, son.
Why are you so high on them making threes,
I don't
bro?
know.
That's the only thing I care about.
Jesus.
That's my only concern.
So they
That's
so
my
they
only
guaranteed to shoot
concern.
40%. So
That's
they're
my only
guaranteed.
concern.
Listen,
That's my only concern.
so
That's
they
my only
guaranteed to
concern.
shoot 40% no matter what from three. No matter how good a defense we play, no matter what we do, we can't prevent them from shooting 45 to 50% from
No,
three.
no, 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 no. 45 and 50 is high.
Okay,
Ah,
40%. So
30,
we can't hold on.
36 to 39. That's like this. That's
goalpost. It's at a
That's
goalpost
the
move.
NBA average.
Right.
What
no, it's
you
not.
mean?
No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it is not.
Man,
You
No,
said
it is not.
40. Now you're saying 36 to 39. Saying 40 versus 36 to 39, it's like
40,
4 more
40.
threes a game. Like, let this math. Like,
No,
you know what I mean? You're moving a goalpost.
no,
You
I'm
know what I
not.
mean? Like,
No, I'm not.
like you number you just said 40 like 2-3 times, and then Chuck verified it. Then you said 36 and 39. So how we not
40,
moving the
40,
goalposts?
40%,
I
40% from
understand.
three, 36 to 40% from three.
Those are two
That's what
different
they're
numbers
gonna
right there.
get. They
But
they
that's
they're
not what
gonna get that. They're
they
gonna
can.
get that.
How
I'll
you
give them
know they gonna
36.
get
I'll
that?
give them 36%. We'll beat them if they shoot 36%.
36 is low for them. That's low.
And we will beat them if they shoot 36% from three.
That's them
right.
missing, not us playing defense.
Man, you gotta stop, bro.
That's
Yo,
them
Yo,
missing.
I'm
You
done.
got to
I
stop.
can't
That's
even
still
speak.
miss.
I
We
can't
didn't
That's
even
them
speak on that
missing.
no more.
miss the
I
shot.
can't do it no more, Chuck. I can't. I can't, son. That's how he feels, man. Leave him alone. That's how he feels. Leave him alone. That's what he's saying. He feels that way. That's what he believes. Leave him
Oh
alone.
That's
man.
them
yo,
That's
missing.
it.
the crazy thing, he
Yeah.
been telling me this shit for a couple of years now. I've been in the same predicament with him, and I'm like,
That's them missing. It's not us playing defense, bro.
And
Okay.
trust, man.
All right.
Trust.
Well, then, you know what we need to do? We need to just play a little zone, stand right around the perimeter, and just let them shoot.
And just
Let
watch
them
him
shoot. They're gonna
shoot,
shoot
bro.
them.
And
They're gonna
just
shoot them anyway.
I ain't with that
Let them
zone shit.
fake
I ain't
them.
with that zone.
yeah,
Box
yeah,
out.
they gonna
Everybody
shoot
box out.
anyway.
Hope they miss.
Yeah,
We
Cause they
go
go.
down.
Cause
The,
they
we
gonna
go
shoot
down.
regardless.
We
Whatever.
go
No
down
matter
the
what
other
we
way.
do.
We go down the other way and make a three. Now we got a game. Now
Ah man, we got every time they make shoot a three, we gotta shoot a three. That's the only
we
way
got to make a
we
bat.
got a
We got to
chance.
make at least a two.
we had to play a matchup zone. Y'all,
We got to make at
everybody
least a
boxed
two.
out.
Which you know something? Why me? You
If they
right,
make
son.
three threes, if
I
we
hope
make three
we
twos,
do.
we down three.
I hope
It's 9-6.
I do hope the keys to the game the keys to the series do come to fruition in the manner in which you say it. Because you're absolutely right, my brother. If you're sitting here telling me the key to the Knicks game, and I want to make sure I understand this correctly, is that we have to keep up, not even match. I just want to make sure I understand this correctly. Not even match, but keep up in the volume of 3-point shooting.
Oh, he said exceed, exceed.
Exceed. It was exceed.
No, I didn't say exceed.
We gotta shoot more than
You
they do.
did?
No, I did not.
Cause they gonna make theirs. We got to.
No, I
Yeah,
did
They
not.
if
gonna
they gonna
make
make
all
theirs,
that.
we
I
got
thought
to.
so.
What you
No,
mean?
I did
I
not.
thought so. I just wanted to be politically
We don't got to
correct.
exceed. We can never exceed. Not if they shoot. If they shoot six. If they came out the first game and shot 61, and we shot 30, it's not happening.
Why? If they shot 61 and made 12, and
Yo,
we shot 30 and made 20,
They ain't
why
make
is it
12.
not
They
happening?
ain't make 12.
yo.
I'm
Oh
just
my gosh.
I'm just putting a scenario out there.
Nah, son.
If
The
they
only
shoot
scenario that
61
works
and
is the
make
scenario
20,
that they
like,
shoot.
they're
They make 40%.
gonna shoot the ball, bro. They're gonna shoot the ball, bro.
Yeah, they gonna shoot. Don't mean they gonna make.
They're gonna shoot it.
Yeah, son. It
They can
means the
shoot it.
same thing.
I'm
It
more
means the
leaning
same
along
thing,
the
son.
lines of them making than missing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what I
I'm more on
said.
the lines of my a wing stopping that
Listen,
cutting
Yeah,
that
cut
Wingstop,
that
percentage.
shit
I won't
off.
buy water. So I
Wingstop
won't buy
gotta
water for
Wingstop
See,
gotta
the
Wingstop gotta
problem
get
is
a
you thinking Philippe.
gotta
We thinking wing stop.
Wingstop
Yeah.
gotta turn it
I'm-
up. You know what I'm saying?
you
On the
know what
other
Rick
side of
Ross
the
say?
court, Wingstop gotta apply the pressure. You were surprised
Listen,
that
man.
Mikal Bridges caught a dunk. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, because
But
all he
that's
do
not
is
what you
connect
asking for.
layups.
You
what if
asking for
Mikal
What he
somebody.
Bridges?
do in
What
his
if
last
Mikal
dunk?
Bridges dunk on Jason Tatum?
Yo,
That's not
You
what
worried
you
about him
asking
playing
for, though.
defense?
That's not what you asking for. Don't switch it up. You're not asking for nobody to dunk. You asking us to match the 3-point volume.
I'm asking
Yeah.
us to match the offensive output. The 3-point
That's
volume is the bulk of it, but we got to be able to score. And the way they score, the most potent way they score is from threes.
I know. We all know that.
so that means you want us to match their threes.
We got to
We all
do
know that.
something.
No, you want to listen.
I
Say you
don't
got
necessarily want to shoot 63s, but at the same time, like the ones that they make, we got to account for somehow. And the ones that they miss, we got to capitalize off of. So it just comes from just being
Yes,
able to be. It comes from being able to be efficient on offense in both areas. You know what I'm saying? In both
yes.
areas.
Yo, son, absolutely.
Three
That's what I
point
said. Yeah,
three point shooting percentage got to be high. I'm
got
not
you.
saying that the attempts got to be high, but the volume got to be enough as to where it's like you know what I'm saying? We
Yo,
we able to keep up with them. You know what I'm saying?
son,
They gonna
I
shoot the
think
shit.
I
Monday.
but yeah,
Monday.
son, it's gonna collect
We've been on
it's
this
gonna
shit.
take a
We've been on this
collective
joint for
effort.
a minute too.
Monday.
Collective effort.
We shall see. Monday.
Monday. Yeah, man. Yeah. Monday.
I'm ready for the Monday recap. I'm ready for the game one recap. Hopefully we still in good spirits.
I mean, game one recap. We better have something to like actually talk about because if we just come out flat, passing the ball, turning it over, and they come out gunning, like
Don't put that in the atmosphere.
you know what I'm saying? So we gotta have something to talk about.
What's going on, man?
We're gonna
ready.
lock down the fence. Lock down the
Yeah,
fence.
I'm ready.
Yo,
Like the
Josh
defense,
Hart's gonna get you triple-double.
the defense is gonna come from, you know what I'm saying, these guys being efficient on offense too. Like Mitchell Robinson and the other cast and everybody that comes off the bench, you know, they're gonna have to get in where they fit in. But
No, son, I get it.
Our shooters gotta be ready, yo.
I feel you.
Landry,
The defense.
campaign, they gotta be ready.
We definitely
Miles
need more
McBride,
production from everyone.
they gotta be
except for
ready.
Brunson.
They gotta
Brunson's
be
the
ready.
only person that can have the same production. Everybody else's production has to go up.
Yeah.
In order for us to beat Boston.
And be more consistent. Like Towns, everybody gotta be ready. Towns had a good
Production
game against
going
them
up means
the
consistency.
last time, but you know what I'm saying? And
Everybody.
obviously like foul trouble, but
Everybody.
I'm definitely ready to see what's going on, man. And how
Can't
we
wait.
start. And how
I
we
can't
start.
wait.
Yeah, like how we start is gonna be very important for me. You know what I'm saying? How everybody's feeling, you know what I'm saying, after this series. It was physical with Detroit. It may not be as physical with Boston.
It won't
But then
be.
we gotta be able to play smart too, because I think like the majority of them cats, they like to fall on the floor too. They like to flop around. But with Drew Holiday and being in or out, that's a primary defender that they will put on Cat or Jalen Brunson. So whatever Drew Holiday's status is to be determined too, right? I'm sure he got enough time to get on the court.
Yeah, but if he got a hamstring, that ain't for. You don't want to stick Brunson with a bad hammy, but
do we got a hamstring like how OG had a hamstring?
I don't care what you got, but you got a hamstring, you ain't sticking Brunson. I know that.
Nope. No, he gonna tear it.
That's gonna be
if you got a hamstring, it's hard to guard Towns.
That's a Derek White assignment right there.
And he gonna abuse him.
Brunson would kill Derek White though.
Well, he's going to, but Derek White is formidable. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
But he's a big guard.
Yeah,
he's a big guard.
Yeah, he is taller than Brunson, but he's not big. I mean,
Everybody
he
taller than
When Pritchard get out there though, he barbecue chicken.
oh my gosh, yo, son, I
Like
would keep you
Schroeder.
by
You think barbecue? Wait, on defense, Bridges is barbecue chicken?
Pritchard.
what?
Oh, Pritchard.
Pritchard.
Oh, I thought you said Bridges. My fault.
Oh no. Wingstop, baby. Wingstop. Come on now. We ready. Lemon pepper. Habanero, barbecue. Take your flavor. Hot honey. You want that Memphis rub? Come on. Wingstop, baby. Monday
You need to
night.
change their name to Wing Shot.
Yeah, I see. I said, I'm like, yo,
Wing
Dad.
Shot. That's what we need.
That's
Wing
I
Chun.
see. I said,
Wing,
you don't need a wing shot, son. You
we need a wing shot.
California
Hey.
dream,
We
nigga.
need some wing shooters, bro.
Mikhail said it best, yo. We built for this.
And I respect it.
Nah, you're right though.
We are built for this.
I respect
this moment right here is what this team is built for.
They could do anything. Do anything. This team is very versatile. You know what I'm saying? That they could do anything.
Yeah.
And Tibbs is gonna mastermind this, but you know where we fall at or where we gonna differentiate is gonna be that perimeter. Gotta figure that out.
Because
if we defend it, but like we notoriously not known for defending the perimeter good.
Can you stop saying that too? It's not notorious when our best interior defender, who keeps the stability of the exterior defender, hasn't played all season.
Notorious.
Because you can sit there and say that what's the dude in Detroit that hit the most 3-pointers or the second most 3-pointers in the league?
Beasley.
Where was he all series?
Right, because we were able to play over the screen. We haven't been able to play over the screen until Mitch got there.
He missed because of his inability to make them.
All right, man.
No inability to make them.
You know what I'm understanding?
His own.
Now,
that's the only reason why he missed?
Yes.
That's what he said.
Okay.
Yes.
A
high volume shooter like that. A high volume shooter like that, you either gonna make them or you're gonna miss them because you can't make them.
Okay.
I wasn't worried about I wasn't personally worried about all of those threes going in, but it's the ability for him to take them. If that's a better shooter, that's disaster. But him,
he's not one of the best shooters in the league. Beasley's not one of the best 3-point shooters in the league. He's not.
Nope.
Okay.
So
he's shown that he isn't. He's shown that he has the ability to take them, but he's shown that in this situation, he's not.
But hold up, man. You keep on moving.
Yeah, you saw
what you're doing.
How?
All right, so Bond.
Because now he's not in this situation. He's not
right
in the playoff situation when your team needs you to make.
You didn't say that.
You aren't the best shooter.
Oh my gosh.
You aren't. You are not.
Because he hold on. He had 20 points the game before. He wasn't one of the best 3-point shooters in that game in the playoffs.
Why? But why? How does that make him when your team won?
Partly
when
because
your team is losing and your team needed to win.
Hold on, they only won because he had 20 something, bro.
But I'm learning.
He missed them when they counted.
Oh man!
All the games that they needed to win, he missed them. Like he didn't make them enough. They only won 1 game, 2 games. He didn't make them enough. He didn't make them 4 games.
Yeah, BK, shut up, son.
He didn't make enough threes for 4 games. He only made enough for 2. So he's not good enough to make them for 4.
We had nothing to do with that. We just
he shot all them threes. He shot them all.
But we had they were all wide open. They were all wide open. 4 feet off
the ground. He shot him over the defender. He's he's one of the best 3-point shooters in the league. He's supposed to make them. Defender or not.
Why me? Let me ask this. Can I ask this question?
Defender or not.
Got you. Defender or not. Do you think a defender or not makes a difference in a shot going in?
Yes.
Oh, all right, cool.
Yes.
All right, cool.
Better offense, though. Better offense.
Listen, you answered my question. I'm good.
You could play the best defense in your life. You can play the
You're
best
right.
defense in your life.
Monday,
if it's better
Monday,
offense,
Monday.
guess what's gonna happen? Play the best defense in your whole entire life.
You answered the question, brother. Now
Guess
you
what happens with
came
better
here.
offense?
Now you going to someplace else with it.
Enters
It's okay.
the
It's
enters the
okay. It's
chats.
okay.
He
It's
done,
okay.
he
Now
done,
you
he
going
done picked that
someplace else.
goalpost
Go
up
ahead.
again.
Guess what happens
Pick it
with
up.
better offense enters
Taking
the
it down
chat.
the road again.
Guess what happened? Guess what happened if Malik Beasley was a better shooter?
No, you mean no. You mean if he was a better
He's
shooter?
average.
Hold on, no.
Tim
Stop.
Hardaway. If they were
You
better
mean
shooters.
no? You mean if he was a better shooter on Thursday nights during playoff games, game
Yes.
sixes?
Overall.
Yeah.
That's the one.
Overall.
That's the
Bring it
one where
back. That
he's
makes no
no good
sense.
at.
He missed
If you
mad
think it's
shots the whole
overall,
series. He missed mad shots the whole series.
yo,
He had
yo,
2 good
oh,
games. He had 2.
man.
Game 6, he had a good half.
Wow.
Matter of fact, he had a good quarter.
So
Game
so
six.
so what a
He
player
had a
does
good
in a
quarter.
whole series, so what a player does in a whole season gets negated if he has a bad couple of bad games in the playoffs.
Say what?
If a player has a great season,
Mm-hmm.
right? Is
Y'all,
that
hold up. No, I'm gonna let you ask your question.
word? He has a great season all year, and in the playoffs, he just so happens not to be successful. Is that player now trash?
No.
Oh, I.
You just didn't perform in the playoffs when it really mattered.
And that's what happened to Beasley. He's a great shooter, son. He's one of the best shooters in the league. And in the playoffs, he didn't perform the way he did all season.
To the
Not
Knicks,
even to us, to the stats.
To the
He's
Knicks.
He's like a 40% 3-point shooter for the season. And against us, he shot like 20%.
So is he a good shooter to us?
Yes, that's why we concentrate on him. Yes.
To you.
Yes,
No.
Yes, he is. That's why we put extra effort to stop him from doing what he does to everybody else.
But when it counted, because this, like, if a regular season is what you do in a regular season, and then what you do in the playoffs is 2 different things, right? In the playoffs, when it counted versus us,
that does not
all the
negate you
shots,
from being
all
a good
the
or bad
all the
shooter,
good
though,
shooting,
man.
all the
These
good
guys
shooting in
doesn't
the
make any
same
sense.
scenarios. Guys had their hand up. Guys is flying out.
It's not the same scenarios. The playoffs are not the same
Yeah,
scenarios
bro.
as the regular season.
It's him though.
Right.
He's
It
the
don't
constant.
matter. It's him and it's us. That's the same thing. But you gotta look at it like this. Playoff basketball, if
Completely
we
different.
have to put a game plan together to stop you, you're good.
You're
good.
put no game plan together for him.
3 to 4 games, 5, 6, 7 games.
Bro,
We didn't put no game plan for no Malik Beasley.
Oh,
wow. All right.
Wow.
Okay.
The only time he took
they put Deuce McBride. They had Deuce McBride on him. What game plan you think they had for Malik Beasley? They put Deuce on him.
The only time Beasley took an open shot was in transition, off a type of penetrating dish, or when he ran up a curl and hit the top off the top of the key. Outside of that, that nigga wasn't shooting. He wasn't going off. Anytime that ball pressure was denied, he was one of the people we denied the basketball. You're not getting it, my nigga. You're tripping. Everybody trying to run in front of him when he went to go get the ball, and he don't got the skill set to clear up the dribble. And he's not that athletic where he's agile enough to move past anybody that we putting on him, including Payne, including McBride. He don't got that skill set. But when the pressure is on and you have to make that shot, he's not hitting it. We were lucky he was off. Because if he's hitting his shots like he do in the regular season,
we lose.
I don't know.
That's what I just said. You just said the same thing I said.
No, he didn't.
If you was lucky he was off, then there was nothing our defense was doing to stop him from shooting.
I didn't say our defense was off. I just explained
he missed because he was missing. He missed because he misses.
No, he
ain't as great as you say he is.
How is he missed? Oh man,
he ain't as great as you say he is.
He
ain't as great. He ain't as great. He ain't as great as you say.
Monday.
He built that house. He built that house. He got hot in 1 quarter, and he's a great shooter. Get out of here, man. He didn't even make any baskets when it mattered, man. Get out of here. That's not a great shooter. You got to make baskets when it counts. You got to make the baskets that count. That makes you a great shooter. And you make the shots that count. He didn't
To
make
you,
none of them.
under
He didn't
that,
make no.
under that,
He didn't make none of the shots that count. He probably didn't make none of the shots that count in the regular season. He probably just came in the second quarter, shot a high volume of threes, and now you calling him a great shooter. None
so
of
I'm
those
gonna
shots
ask you.
mattered.
So I'm
None
gonna
of those
ask you,
shots.
what
None of those shots won a
Yeah,
game.
And then
them
he
shots
beat us with
brought
a
them
didn't he
back.
beat us with a 3?
Yeah, them shits brought
One
them back.
time, like
listen,
right,
man,
you play
listen.
82 games, you
What
get
makes
hot
a
in
what
one.
makes a player
You
a great
play
shooter?
82 games, you get
Who are the
hot
great
in
shooters
one
in the
quarter of those
league?
82 games, and now all of a sudden you a great shooter.
Who's the great shooters in the league to you?
Consistent
Straight up.
ones. Consistent ones.
Yo, son, I
Not
asked for
consistent.
names.
In the
I
league
asked for
right now, in the
names,
league right
man.
now,
Yes, that's what I asked. That's what I asked. Yes, that's what I asked. That's my question.
there
Who do you
there
think?
aren't there aren't many, if you ask me. So hold
That's
on.
what I'm asking. That's what I'm
I'm
asking
trying
you.
to think.
I
I'm
am
trying to think.
asking you.
I'm trying to
I
think.
am asking you. Who do you think are great shooters? Straight up. Maybe I have a better understanding then.
There aren't a lot, bro.
I think there are. I think there's a lot of great shooters in the NBA. I do.
You may be looking at their ability to shoot.
Ask me.
I'm
Ask me.
looking
Don't tell
at
me
their
what to look at.
ability to make
Ask,
shots.
ask me a question. Don't assume what I mean. And
Great
ask me a
shooters.
question. I believe a great shooter.
I can't even think of any.
Yo, I think Jalen Brunson's a great shooter. I think OG Anunoby's a great shooter in the corner. I think this is several. I think every team probably got 2, 3 niggas that can hit
I
like
think Jalen
70.
Brunson offensively overall.
I think he's a
I'm
again.
just saying a shoot.
I
I'm
said
just
a
saying
great
a
shooter.
shooter
I said the guy said,
like Kyle
yeah.
Korver
I
was a
heard you.
shooter.
I heard you.
Like
You
Kyle
feel
Korver was a shooter. Like
You
Steve
mean like
Novak was a shooter.
KD is a shooter? You
KD
mean
is
like
KD
Booker
is
is
a
a
master.
shooter?
He's a
come
master,
on,
bro.
Chuck. Come on,
Like
come on, Chuck. You know more
KD is a
names than me,
black
man. Come
belt,
on, son.
double black belt, double diamond
you mean like
difficulty,
Pritchard?
bro.
Pritchard is a great shooter.
I think he could be.
Nah,
I
nah.
think
They all got to
he's
hit
more.
shots
He's more
only when
like
it counts.
Pritchard is more. Pritchard is more. Put the ball on the floor too. I'm talking about like just a shoot, like one-dimensional great shooter. That's what I'm saying.
Then
That's what we
again,
acute. That's what we
no, but
adding up
that's
Beasley
what
to.
you got in your head. Don't
That's
throw
what.
that
But
out
that's
there
what you
for
said.
everybody
Beasley
else.
was. He don't create off the dribble. He don't do this. He don't do that. He's
I
just
didn't
a
say
shooter.
I said he's not good at that. I said
So
he's
then
not
he's a
good at that.
shooter. Then he's a
Listen,
shooter, right?
yo,
If he
ask the
can't put it on the
question though,
floor,
Rodney.
if he
You
can't put it
you
on the
can't
floor and
throw out
create
what
on his,
people thinking. You can't tell me what I mean by what I said, man. You can't
if
do
he
that. You
can't
gotta
put the
ask me.
ball on the floor and create on his own,
So
he's a
so
shooter.
ask me what I think he is. Don't tell me what you
You
assume by what
said
I
it.
said. Again, you're taking what I said and now implying that I'm saying that he could only do one thing. That's not what I said. I didn't say that. I didn't say he could only do one thing. I didn't. I said how we were defending him was like this because he's challenged in these areas. That's why we defended him like this. And that stopped him from being able to be lethal from three. Because now anytime he was taking his threes, he got to throw that shit up fast because that's you open fuck.
If you're a great
And he
shooter,
got rushed. Now that's what I had said earlier. That's why playoffs is different. So all these numbers you was throwing out about Boston is almost irrelevant because, like to your point you're making now, the playoffs is different. It matters now.
I was reading some of their stats from them playing Orlando actually.
Like cool. You made it sound like it was playing against us.
No, the 61 threes was the first game of the season.
Again, I couldn't hear you identify Orlando versus Boston versus us versus Boston. I didn't hear
That's
that
cool.
part.
I really didn't differentiate.
Oh, trust me, I'm about to say I didn't hear that part. Hold up, I didn't hear that part. Yo, son,
I'm just
again,
saying, like a great shooter is what we need. Just somebody who plays defense and shoots.
Yo, son, son, yes.
Someone who's not required to cut. Someone who, yeah, because defense, you have to play defense in Tibbs. But you don't got to cut. You don't got to. But you can play sound defense. And when we get to the other side, you can hit that three. But that's what you do.
Everybody got to move, yo.
That's what you do. Yeah, three-point shooters are some of the best movers because the lateral movement, bro. Like you moving around the perimeter, you crossing through the lane, yeah, you relocating, all that shit. Yeah, absolutely.
We definitely got to put pressure on their guards. Like
name me a 3-point shooter that prolific 3-point shooter that wasn't a cone on defense.
Ray Allen.
Home.
I don't think he was a
Okay, not in Milwaukee,
He wasn't really a 3-point shooter like that in
but
Milwaukee.
he wasn't a
Yeah,
cone
he
in
was.
Milwaukee when he was playing in the Bucks.
I mean, it was
young
part of
Ray,
his game,
played
but
defense.
you know that. You know what they say.
Who Ray Allen stopped?
Listen, I'm not saying. Listen, I'm not saying that Ray Allen was on some like Tony Allen, but
What
he
I'm
wasn't a
saying,
cone.
Yeah.
no, I'm just
In
saying.
They
Miami,
make
yeah.
it either or.
Miami, yeah.
Yeah.
But young Ray Allen wasn't a cone. I can't say young Ray Allen coming out of first
Young
Make it
Ray
like
Allen
make
wasn't
it
a
like either
prolific,
or.
wasn't
Like
a primary 3-point scorer either.
we
right.
just need we
Two.
need that
Correct.
we
Yes.
need that
Yes. But
one
you're right.
dimensional
Once he became
great
a prolific
3-point shooter.
once he
Like
became one, he turned into a cone.
Michael, what's his name?
Oh.
Michael Beasley. I was about to say Michael Beasley. What's the other
You're
nigga
right,
Beasley?
you're right,
Malik
you're right.
Beasley. He's not it.
And shit, that's why they lost.
And that's what I'm trying to say. He's not it.
Listen, there's a reason why the
Sam
reason why
Hardaway
it was
Jr.
difficult for him to score.
Not it. Like the amount of threes that they took, the looks that they got from three, you know what I'm saying? Like even the lift and the height that they get on their threes. Those are hard threes to actually contest or block.
Well, you
They
got to
just missed
understand this.
them.
Well, I mean, whether you want to admit it or not, Beasley and Hardaway, we had the game plan for. No matter whether you think about it or not, whether you want to admit to it or not, those two cats we had a game plan for, and we had to run them off the line.
Yeah,
That shit ain't happening.
Every single time they caught the basketball,
we
wasn't running Cape Cunningham off the line. You shoot.
Right.
Cunningham
You
is
shoot.
not,
go underneath your screen. We want you to shoot.
We
We
let
go
K
underneath your
shoot.
screen, nigga.
Yeah, we let K shoot.
You shoot. Every time he shot, I was happy. I was like, word. Let that
He
man.
made some,
I
but
don't
yeah, we
want
let him
Hardaway
shoot.
shooting, and I don't want Beasley shoot. I don't want to see that shit come off their hand. Because
We let him shoot.
I mean, to your point, if that shit come off their hand, it's almost really nothing you could do. But if you don't deny them the basketball and make it difficult for them to get a shot,
look. We had Timmy shooting like this.
Yes, fading away every single
because that's the only way he was
word.
getting it off. You know why? Because we game plan for him.
Because every time he stopped with his foot planted and rose and shot, splash.
You got a game plan for that bullshit.
See.
You got a game plan. You got a game plan for Cade, though. You had a game plan for Cade.
Nah, you let him do him. You let
Cade shoot. Look. Don't let Cade become a facilitator. That was our game plan.
You couldn't stop. They couldn't stop him from getting to the mid range either.
We don't care about that. Long as he's not facilitating, we good.
Yes, I don't want him with 10 assists.
We almost lost. We almost lost for him getting to the mid range.
Yeah, but he was facilitating. That's the only reason why he was getting to the mid range. Right. He started facilitating.
He was getting to the mid range because he could.
We don't care about that. We will win in the games he was getting to the mid range. What I'm telling you is we can't let him do the other things that we don't want to account for.
Who on our team was consistently getting to the mid range besides Brunson like him?
Mikael. All Mikael's points was mid range.
Anytime he wanted to touch the ball, he got to the mid range.
All Mikael's buckets were mid range.
Word up. What happened?
That's all Mikael do is shoot mid range.
And OG, yes. Okay. Yes. He's either running on that side three or he's putting 2 feet in the paint or 2 feet, 10 feet. He's getting 10 feet close to the basket.
That's where he goes to when he starts missing threes. He start missing threes, then he goes to the mid range.
He starts shooting.
I'm not mad. I'm not mad though. I'm not hating on him. Whatever he's at least, especially this last game. But he cut to the basket. He's running in transition. They throw that alley-oop. He's done this a couple times where he's caught the ball in like reverse.
He's a dope finisher at the rim. Him
in the transition.
He finished
at the rim.
They're dope.
He got the dunk on Cade, the layup, that reverse layup, the put back.
Off the alleys too.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah. He's one of those. He's one of those that gets into the paint. He gets into the paint. You know what I'm saying? He gets into the paint, but Cade gets into the paint from
He's 6'8".
Left, right.
He's
spin around,
right.
Turn around, left, right
again. 6'8", 235, 240, man. What you come on, man. He's 6'8", 240. What you expect?
It's not 6'8".
Who's stopping him from going anywhere he wants with the
Cade ain't
basketball?
6'8"?
No.
What is he? 6'6", 6'7"?
6'5", 6'6", bro. He's not
Nah,
6'6".
6'6", 6'7".
Flat foot with no shoes on.
Right.
He's not
On
6'8",
that court,
bro.
he's 6'7".
On
Yo,
the on the paper, he's 6'7". He's
right.
6'5", 6'6",
That
bro.
mean he's 6'8" on the court.
I'm
He's
telling you.
not 6'8". He definitely not
He
6'8".
is in shoes. In shoes, he's 6'8".
He not
I'm
6'8".
listen to me, man. Like, yo, his wingspan make him.
He nice, bro. He nice, bro. I don't give a fuck. He nice.
And his skill set making even, yo, son.
Yo,
Nah.
mid range to me over defense is harder than 3-point over defense, bro. Mid range over defense is way harder, yo.
You got more options.
I'm just
Right.
saying, like the closer you are to the basket, like
You
Right.
got more
that depth
options.
perception over a
Correct.
defender is difficult the closer you are versus like shooting the three is like I can get that up. But like a mid-range shot, you can't shoot it full forward. Like
No,
you
you
gotta
gotta
have touch.
adjust to wherever you
Yeah,
at.
you got like that's
Yo,
a crazy. So for him to do it like that, that's what I'm looking at. And for Brunson to do it like that, we already know. We watch Brunson, but we ain't
listen,
watch 82 games of Cade. You know what I'm saying?
I want to see if I really want to see if SGA got it because we haven't seen if SGA got it. And the reason why I say
He
that is
got it.
because, yo, son, how Brunson has carried every team he's played on every year in the playoffs. Yo, son, he's the best point guard in the league.
SGA don't carry them.
I gotta
No,
see it. I gotta
no.
see it. That's what I just said, son. I just said I gotta see SGA carry his
Oh, like
team.
so, like the whole team's just like kind of bums it up, and SGA is the sole one.
No, not even. I don't even. No, I don't need him to see. I need him again. I'm gonna piggyback off of what you said, right?
Uh-huh.
In terms of how you identified what I want to. I'm saying make sure I understood correctly as a great shooter, someone who makes it when it counts.
Yeah,
I want to see SGA do that. The team hasn't been pressed, just like they say Jason
he
Yo,
hasn't
Tatum.
been tested.
Denver beat the Clippers.
Yep.
Oh, they did.
I'm seeing confetti come down.
In Denver.
120 to 101. They blew them.
Oh
Blew them
wow,
out.
they didn't beat them. They
They
kicked their
wasn't
ass.
ready.
I told you, Harden was going to be trash.
They wasn't ready.
We'll talk about Jokic being MVP next episode.
Damn, 120 to 101.
Mm-hmm.
I'm about to eat my bulgogi bowl.
I don't know. This shit was kind of all over the place, but
Nah, that was good conversation, bro.
I'll figure
Right,
it out.
man. Like, yo, man, I'm gonna start calling you Negatron.
I'll figure it out. I didn't say anything.
You just
What? This is, yo, you said so much shit.
I didn't say anything.
what do you
All
consider?
I said was we can't stop them. We gotta create our own. We gotta create our own barrage. That's all I said. Can't stop them.
I
Can't
I
stop
thought you was
them.
talking about something else.
You can't stop them, bro. Like, and I'm leaning more on them. I'm leaning more on them, like making like the ones that are depleting, like the depleting ones, the ones that is like you play mad good defense and they still shoot it and they still make those like those are the ones that piss me off about that team.
Why don't you think we can stop them?
Right.
It's just good. That's my
We
only.
good.
That's my only.
We
That's
good.
my only thing with. I'm not. It's not a. I hope I don't want to sound defeated because I was mad at everybody else for sounding like that. I'm just saying that we have the ability to do not what they do, but like to do it in our own way that it makes an impact.
No, but
Because we also have good shooters.
But you're saying we got to play. We can't game plan our own game plan. We got to be better than them, and that ain't it. Like, we got to play our defense to win. We ain't got to be worried about being better than them, shooting more threes than they shoot, or we just gonna lose. No, we got to stop them.
Yeah.
Now we do, and now, but I will contest. I will contest. Again, we have to play our standard brand of basketball,
All
and we
right.
do have to be very efficient doing it. So you right, why me? Yeah, so we gotta hit our shots. Like, yo, for real, we do. We can't miss shots to think we're gonna win this game. You know what I'm saying? For all the factors that you said, everything you said, yo, it's easy to set up our defense when you're taking the ball from underneath the rim. Our team is not running back and forth on the track meet. Niggas is resting in the corners, waiting for the ball to get pushed up. The shot clock is getting pushed to 19 seconds before you
Gotta
pass
have
half
that
court
flow. We
versus
gotta have
playing them.
that movement.
You see what I'm saying? All those things factor into every possession. You, it's I You are 100% right. Our team, how it's presently constructed, how our coach plays, what we're going to identify as our strengths is all on the defensive end. All of it.
Which game was it that we had that crazy ball movement versus Detroit?
Game 5, Game 6.
No, it was 3. It was in Detroit.
You say ball movement,
Game
or you want to
6.
say
We
you
had
want to
crazy
say?
ball movement. I even
I was
mentioned
going to
it.
say because one of those 2 games we had mad assists as a team.
I think it was 3. The one that had Towns hit that step back. I think that was the game. Oh no. It was the sec. Was it the second? No, did we win the second game in the Garden? We won 2 games in. No,
Nah.
we lost. So we lost game 2. We won game 3 and game 4.
It was in Detroit.
It was game 3 in Detroit where the ball movement was crazy.
Yo, son, I know
that continuity.
The 2 times where I believe
game
where the
4, Cat
Knicks
hit that
said,
step back.
where the Knicks said, "Yo, we're better than y'all. We're going to show you." Was in
Game 3.
game 1.
Game 3 was my favorite game.
Yeah, it was. The
Game 3
the
was my
first game
favorite
in
game.
Detroit. That phase because we were on the air after that, and I had said it at some point in that game. I remember it. So like 6 minutes, I think left in the second or third. It was the second. Like at 6 minutes, and the starters went back in the end the quarter, end the half, and I forgot what the time period was. Like, yo, we had won like a 13-point run, and it was like you heard the team talking because they quieted the crowd, and you heard the team talking. I was like, yo, these niggas are in sync.
Yeah.
These niggas are in
Game
sync.
3 was my favorite game.
I was like, wow. I was like, wow.
I just don't like. It's not a. I don't care. Like, I just think what we need to do more than anything, man, is just be crisp
Score. I feel
on
you. We
offense,
got to
bro.
outscore.
That ball gotta move around. And
It does.
Shamit and them, they can't turn the ball over. They got it. It's like they get in the game, right? And 8 minutes are spent running around and moving the ball versus taking shots and playing offense. It's like you give Shamit the ball, then he passes it back to somebody else. Then he runs around. Then you on a court for 7 minutes and you don't even put a shot up.
You know something? I thought about that in preparation for this show as well. Like, to that point, why me? Like, the bench, like, you have to leave the floor at least a 0. You can't leave at a -2, -3, negative floor. While you're on the floor, you have to be productive where the team is not losing because of you.
Losing because of you. That's a good point. Yeah, that's a good point.
I don't want the team losing.
You gotta break
I
even
put
at
you on the
least, bro.
floor.
Yeah.
Right. I put you on the floor, and now all of a sudden a 6-point run. Damn, I gotta take you off.
Yeah, but like, yo, it seemed like the advantage. It seemed like the matchup that Deuce kept getting. He kept getting taken advantage of, especially when Beasley was on when he was guarding Malik Beasley. That was a good matchup for, and I think a lot of the situations and sequences where he was thriving, Deuce was guarding him.
I can't recall it that specifically in terms of Deuce on the defensive end, but what troubles me the most, because we need it, is him on the offensive end. I think I've seen him be aggressive and take the ball to the rim like 1 or 2 times in the entire series. Everything else was floaters. He
Can't be no
he is
sucker.
he is not hitting any contested shot. Like he's
One
being
thing you don't need
distracted.
him doing, you don't need him trying to be out there crossing people over. Just do your 1-2 and get out the way.
He lost the
Yo,
ball. He
Too
lost the
much.
ball. That changed the sequence of the game too. After he lost that ball.
Yeah, you don't need to be out there trying to do that. Just keep to your 1-2 and keep the ball moving. Sometimes
We
he be
need
getting
Deuce. We
caught
need
up
offense from Deuce too. We need at least 6
But
points.
no, but it's not that I'm not saying we don't need offense from. But sometimes he get caught up in trying to dribble the ball and do different shit that he don't normally do, and then that fucks his game flow up and fucks everybody else up too. That's what I'm saying. I ain't saying that he don't need to score.
right.
Deuce
Because
plays better when he's not playing alongside of Brunson.
That's true too.
Yeah, he's kind of supposed to be like 20% capacity of what Brunson is doing though.
Yeah, I don't like him. I don't know. I didn't like
Brunson
him
get
playing hard either.
8 points a quarter. Deuce got to get at least 2 points.
I think Deuce has to put the ball in his hand.
A
I
quarter.
think he has to like put the ball in his hand and like
Two a
attack.
quarter, and maybe 3. 5.5 for Deuce. 10
See,
a
what
game.
happens? He has the ball in his hand when Jalen's not on the court. Right?
Right.
He's playing alongside of
Spend more time
Jalen.
bringing the ball up.
Yeah, when he don't have when he when Jalen's on the court, he don't get the ball. He gotta go. He's a corner boy.
Yep.
With Hart too, though. With Hart too, like Hart,
He gotta get
Hart
open.
and Bridget, like I'm not exactly like he got lost in the lineup this year.
Deuce did.
Yeah, because I'm sitting here
Okay.
like, yo, what combination? Like he's really good because it's showing in the playoffs.
He got hurt too during the season. He was
Like
out for a lot of
whatever,
games.
whatever. He
Yeah, Dude's
doesn't
not
seem
healthy.
Yeah,
I got you, but he
he was
doesn't
out for a
seem
lot
to
of
be
games.
cool. He hasn't found any continuity on the floor with any of the players that we have now and shit. Like
This
I
ain't
think
been
he
his
gonna, you know what
season.
I'm saying,
He
he's
had
gonna
a
keep
good
it with
season last
Boston.
season.
Right,
This
much
ain't
better
been
season
his
last season. This season he didn't have a good enough season in my opinion. I think his numbers had never gone down because the way he looked in the playoffs, he looks confused. And I'm like, yo, wait up, you played in the playoffs last year. How you look confused? You hit some big time shots for us. What's going on, buddy?
When the shot not going down, bro, your mindset changes.
Yo,
If you normally used to making shots that you take and then they don't go down,
but,
start to think differently.
But you know, for our coach, you know, you stay up playing defense, you get a steal or two, you disrupt the pass. Like he's not even doing that. He's playing like when the ball is when he's playing
Playing like a
on ball
pedestrian.
defense. What happened?
I said he playing like a pedestrian.
Yo, yo on both ends when he has all ball defender, he's reaching. He's not using his feet. When
Yeah.
the only time he's playing great, he's denying the ball because he's fast and he's not dumb. And then on the offensive end, like he said, he's playing pedestrian. Like, what y'all want me to do? Versus like, yo, I'm about to.
But that's what happened when you went alongside of Brunson.
Yeah, but son, even
He
when
don't know how
Brunson's
to
not
get his with Brunson. That's what he needs to figure out, how to get his with Brunson.
Who gets theirs? But you gotta look at it, bro. Nobody gets theirs with Brunson.
Anybody cutting.
That third game, that game 3, it was they was mash out posse game 3.
Because the thing about it is, only time you're gonna get off with Brunson is if they double teaming Brunson.
But
that's when you can get off.
It's the give me the ball. It's the give me the ball thing. Like put your hands up while you know what I'm saying, crossing paths and shit. Like if you crossing with him and you got your hand, like he gonna hand it off.
That even if you cut to the rim, if you go to the rim while he's going, because he's going
when
to
you
draw
move with
somebody's
him, he
space.
gonna get
Somebody
it.
gonna look at him. Somebody gonna look at him wrong. And the wrong person that look at him, I believe Brunson can make that good pass.
That's why I'm saying. Like I think the most of the time when he's creating, everybody is trying to find the right
on a little corner.
Trying to find the right crease to not get in his way.
Right.
But if you move with him, he'll find you.
He might pass it to you.
Yeah, he'll find you.
He definitely will. He definitely will. That's why I'm like, yo, that's part of the game plan.
That's why when Mitch was moving, he was hitting him. He was hitting him with the pass, but that nigga couldn't catch the ball.
That's how you play with a good scorer, because like most good scorers, they be, you know what I'm saying? Like they not always gonna pass you every single time, but when they do pass, like you gonna get a dime.
Right.
It's just like if I pass you and I give you a dime and you drop it, I'm not looking for you the next time. That's another mentality of a great scorer.
Right.
Don't mess up my assist.
Very true.
Right. Yeah, I wonder who on the Boston is going to be able to play the level of defense that Thompson did. Like to regulate him to like
solely.
It's gonna start off with White. I'll tell you that.
He ain't gonna be able to do it.
He's a good defender, man.
He is.
I'm not saying he's not a good defender. I'm just saying he can't stop Brunson.
Do you think that his, like, say he would be the primary defender on
Drew
Brunson?
come back, then that'll be
there you go.
That's what I'm saying.
Be a problem.
Do you think if Drew come back, do you think any one of them is gonna take off on offense? Like if the ball comes to them, they're not gonna hesitate to shoot the ball though, right? Even no matter how hard they playing defense on Brunson.
Who we talking about?
They all gonna be shooters on the other end.
Yeah, I ain't talking about that though.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they absolutely. Boston's game plan is to shoot threes.
Yeah.
That's what their game plan is. Like, yo, they don't shoot twos.
Yeah.
They don't. They do not. That's not their team's style of basketball. Their team's style of basketball is to set pick and rolls, and anybody that gets up for somebody versus we're going on a high pick and roll with at the top of the key at the 3-point line with Tatum, or we're going to do mid range at the free throw line with Brown.
Yeah.
Yo,
I
I just
mean, I'm
don't.
focusing on how Mitch played Kristaps too, though, because that's
Yeah.
the thing, though. He extends the offense the furthest.
That is Towns' responsibility, and both of them are
Towns?
just not athletic enough to stay with each other.
You put Towns on Kristaps before you put
Hell
Mitchell?
yeah, they both are just
Yeah.
not athletic enough.
Let them X each other out.
Yes,
That man shoot from the logo, bro.
What does that mean?
Both
So
of them
does Towns. What's your
Both
point?
of them can. What are you talking about?
What's
What's
your point?
happening
You
right
seen
now?
Cat do it. You seen him
Right,
do it.
Once.
right.
Once.
What
I
are
think
you
do
talking
more than
about?
once.
Come on, man. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Right? Come on now. What's
That
going
wasn't from the logo,
Megatron?
neither.
What's
That
going
wasn't
on,
from the
Megatron?
logo, bro.
He gonna
That
move
wasn't
that
from the logo.
goalpost.
That
That's what
wasn't
he
from the
gonna do.
logo.
It was too